Alright, we'll assume he's not here. Mitchell.
Father Eden.
Even though I know he is here, and he just doesn't want to respond to those. That's the secret. Because I bet if I say paid, he'll probably respond.
Hey.
Nasty. I know him well enough.
Yeah. I did think about getting up and collecting all my computer parts so I could put it together during the session, but I decided not to.
I would never make a computer while being sidetracked by anything else.
I imagine thinking the session would be the sidetrack.
Well, no, I'm imagining if you're making a computer, you're not just absent-mindedly doing it.
Yeah.
It takes
I would
focus.
100% would.
Okay.
I would break something. It'd be very funny.
Guys, how do we stop? Do you remember?
I actually don't.
This bitch, she was too busy playing chess.
No. I stopped playing chess for the session.
Sus.
You're welcome.
Not seeing until before the session you went, oh.
Ah, we met Bones, didn't we?
You should just play me in chess during Jake's session. I was like, what the fuck?
We went back, got paid, got our fortunes read, set out, met Bones. We were
50 gold pieces, I believe, each.
I think it was 50. No, I thought it was actually more.
I thought it was 60, yeah.
I think it might have been 65.
Yeah, and then it was night, we were on watch. Oh, we met some people. We met the Dragonborn with the bug guy.
Trita and Okab. Ooh, look at Kyron writing down names. I know he didn't just remember those offhand, because I would have been very impressed if he did.
And then some of us were on watch at night, and we heard a scream, and the session ended on that wonderful cliffhanger.
That's correct. Good recap, Lumpy.
See? Without chess addling my senses, I am divine.
Now, Clash, where did you go wrong?
Now, which parts were incorrect about that testimony?
Truth bullet.
Leo's account. Leo said he saw you online on chess.com. This has nothing to do with the session, but
I have it on the background. According to Lol Hubris, who is friends with the Lumpy Bumpy underscore on Twitch, you were actually in Hikaru's stream the whole time. No, it's not true, I swear.
Well, I guess we can just start, since, you know, I'm here a lot later than I intended.
Yeah, let's go.
What were you guys doing? You just... all of you would have heard that. I mean, it was pretty friggin' loud. And it happened, like, towards the end of the third watch, anyhow.
I mean, am I awake?
Yeah, everyone would be woken up.
Okay.
Fresh to eat.
It was getting to the point, Mitchell, where people were starting to wake up anyhow, so that just kind of... if you were in the process of waking up, it jolted you awake, and everyone else was at the point of not really heavily sleeping.
Cast major when start heading in that direction.
Alright.
All right, yeah.
I'm pretty cringe.
Walk in that direction.
God, you guys are walking in that direction. You're
Not
hogging.
walking.
I guess I'll
At
go,
least I
but
like to.
he definitely does not look excited about it.
I'll run in that direction.
Chase will Naruto run in that direction.
If he's Naruto running, I'm gonna Naruto run
Not
through
full
this.
speed, because like that's too fast. But you know.
He's using his bonus action and action to dash every turn. He gets there. Where's my team? Looking
How
like
could
a
my
certain
team
paladin
eat
with
me like
haste.
this?
So, I guess better question is who's not heading in that direction? Is there anyone?
Hmm?
I'll take the. I gave you guys 5 seconds approximately, and nobody said no, so I'll just assume you're all going.
That's right.
Yeah, why
Pog.
not?
So you guys kind of run in that direction. It's not long. It was a decent distance away, but after a couple minutes, you come to a little map Jake has prepared. Look at me. Look at me.
Wow.
Look at me. I got a map. I know I haven't actually drawn you to drag you guys to it yet,
Where's
but
the map?
there is a map.
It's real fucking fun.
There we go. There's
Where's
I
the
double
beef?
checked to make sure it's the right one. You guys would approach from up here. On the right.
Top right.
Like up on this little hill area.
Hey, that's the fucking dude from Paizo. I know that one.
It's Stewart from what?
Paizo. That's the druid they use for all their Pathfinder shit.
Oh. What if it's not a druid?
It might be the ranger then. I might be misremembering. It's one of those two.
It's a fucking druid.
It's been a while since I've seen the picture. All I know
It's
is
a good- it's a
hey,
good
that's the
picture.
Paizo one. It's a very good picture.
I like that picture.
Enhance.
There's a reason I remembered.
Nope,
Hey,
you
that's
haven't.
Paizo.
You
This
haven't
is
met
good.
them yet.
I already zoomed all the way in.
Oh my god, Ham's cheating.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty apparent. You can see this person sort of looking at what just kind of looks like a clump of like vines on the ground. They look like blackened in some places and almost like they were already dead, but he is bleeding a little bit. She doesn't seem to notice you yet. She seems very focused. But I will enhance because you know what?
Does she have the big
You guys can see.
animal with her too?
Yes, she does.
Oh,
Cute.
Sick.
She's just hanging out.
Like the problem was taken care of. Can you go back to base?
I agree.
Up there, the animal does. I mean, are you trying to be sneaky actually?
No.
So she doesn't turn to look, but the animal does. Kind of looks at you. It doesn't snarl, but it does just seem like on alert.
Hey,
oh
are
yeah.
you right?
What if I do this?
When you say that, Lumpy, she kind of darts her eyes over to you and seems a little nervous seeing how many people seem to be standing over there.
Wave.
Shoot her down.
Get a boss!
I'm just looking for Roger.
Get the
Yeah.
flag.
Where are you?
This is Rufus.
Hey, Rufus.
Throw a paper airplane on it at her.
Roll dex.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's just a long throw, my guy. You're trying to throw a paper airplane 60 feet.
Oh!
It's very accurate. It like
Easy
gently,
fucking
it
peasy.
gently goes in front of her. She sort of grabs it, opens it, and goes, "Oh,
This is my first song and dance.
you want this back?"
Nod.
She'll sort of,
She'll crumple it and throw it.
she'll walk up to you.
That'd be fucking funny. She just fucking
over here.
crumples and throws
And
it.
she'll
Ties
just
it to
hand
an
it
arrow,
back.
shoots me.
Toss
Yeah,
it
take
up
it.
there.
So did I bring you guys here? Sorry.
Is everything okay? We heard screaming.
Well, yeah. I mean, she'll sort of pull up a little bit of her armor, and there is like what looks like a small like hole in her side, like she got stabbed by something. Make it bigger. She kind of just puts it back. So I got jumped by those guys. They weren't very tough, but they
what
surprised us.
What are those things?
Oh, come here.
Good question.
All right.
She'll walk over to it and then kind of wait expectantly. And then Jake will enhance it. We'll take the X off for a nicer look. Hey, imagine that, but it looks less green. It's more like blackened and like almost decaying in some ways.
Is there still the skeleton up?
No, it's just fine.
Okay.
I just thought this was a cooler picture than a lot of the fine things I could find.
Can I try and figure out what it is?
Yeah, you can roll nature. You can roll nature or arcana actually.
I'll roll Arcana because that one's
If you
better.
want to see why it would have been live or well, I mean, you aren't sure exactly what brought it to life, but it's definitely some sort of darker magic. You can't tell if it would be necromancy because you're not really sure if it was brought back from the dead or just granted life. But you're pretty certain that it was some sort of unnatural magic. Definitely some sort of arcane spell that was placed on these guys. Yeah, that's what I think too. But I'm kind of nervous. I mean, I've heard of plants coming to life before, and she'll sort of just reach down and grab one of the like decaying vines. Like, I don't like this. Usually when they come like they're not like decaying and all this shit, like rotting away.
I'll be real. I haven't seen anything like this.
Well, I mean, do you spend much time in the woods?
No.
Well, there you go. Incidentally, I have kind of an idea of where they may have come from. And she'll sort of just like gesture down further off the road. She goes, down there's some weird part of the forest. I've been trying to figure out what's going on, but it's really eerie and unnerving, and I think it's full of a lot of evil things. I don't know what's going on there. I'm kind of concerned, though. I mean, I've been living here for a few years in this little forest. This is new.
Do you need some help checking it out?
Are you offering? And do you speak for everyone here? Are you like the leader? No. Are you? Who is? Do you have one?
It's Rufus.
Oh, you don't have one. It's Rufus?
No.
No, it's not.
She'll walk up
Rufus.
to Rufus. And she starts just talking. Does anyone speak Sylvan?
Mm-hmm.
No?
I do not.
Negative.
Well, she starts speaking a language you guys don't understand. And Rufus is looking at her.
Rick is useless.
She just kind of chuckles.
That Rufus is a funny guy.
And then she looks at you and goes, well, sorry to say to Rufus, I don't have any meat on me.
Hmm.
If I find any, I'll give you some, though.
This is good. Rufus likes meat.
I mean, I'll take the help you guys are offering, but I mean, you don't have to. This isn't really your forest or anything.
We can do it, Rufus. We can help her. She
Wait,
said
what are
she'd
your-
give you meat.
What are your guys' names anyway? I know Rufus, and then that's it.
I'm back.
Beck, it's Clara, Peter.
Deirdre.
Well, you guys speak at the same time. Deirdre and Magdalena. That's what I heard.
Actually, my name is Buck.
Marina. Okay.
I guess it's just me and that guy.
I mean, you don't have to give me your name if you don't want to. I'm Kestari.
Nah, Rufus, if you gave me her name, I gotta give her mine. That's how it works. It's Brubexu.
What race is she?
She looks like a dryad.
If we are planning on helping, I can give my name. Well, you may call me Cal. Wow, I forgot my name for a second.
Calendar looks really confused for a second.
One may call me calendar.
Yeah.
It's a translation issue.
Hey, Mr. Calendar. Well, I gotta say, this is my lucky day. I really did not expect a group this large to offer help. Last time I bumped into a group.
Here?
How long have I been living here?
Yeah.
I said a couple years. I don't usually stick around the same forest for too long, but I like to make sure things are balanced and naturally good. But now look at this. Like, what is this? This is no kind of predator or prey that's been in the ecosystem for the entire time I've been here. Oh, this is Belcher, by the way. She says gesturing to the animal with her.
I've read about this. Maybe it's like a migratory thing.
Wir starten die HRV-Produktion sofort neu.
Like it's like
Ich hab ja
migratory.
versprochen, von
Like
Dylan zu
it's not
erzählen,
here
wenn
all
sie
the
uns
time,
geholfen
but
haben.
like then it is
Das ist es.
sometimes.
Sie weiß es. Darauf habe ich 17 Jahre gewartet. Ihr Bruder ist hier. Er war einst bekannt als
This isn't
Primärkandidat
migratory.
6. Code P6.
She
Wir brachten ihn
points
nach
to
der
the
Sache
thing,
in
like
Ordnary
dead on the ground.
hierher. Er war bereit, der
That's
zukünftige
also
Direktor
not
zu sein.
something that would
Er hatte
migrate
Talente, die
because
weit
up
über alle
until
anderen
about
Kandidaten hinausgingen.
5-ish minutes ago, it was literally just like a
Wir
clump of
fanden dich
vines.
gemeinsam. Wir haben eine Verbindung.
Oh, so this just like literally just like popped
Bist
out
du
of
jetzt
nowhere
bei
and
ihm?
like went for
Yeah.
you?
I don't
Also
I
haben
don't
sie
know
ihn
how
entführt.
long it's been
Wir nahmen
alive,
ihn
but I know
auf.
that it wasn't moving
Ihre
until very
Eltern verschwanden
recently.
mit allen anderen Erwachsenen in Ordinary.
Huh.
Seine Kräfte veränderten ihn langsam.
Well, that's neat. If
Es
it's
gab
magic,
Opfer.
like maybe it'll
Er
be
war
interesting.
ungeeignet als Direktor. Wusstest du
I
davon?
don't really
Hast du
consider
mich
it
deshalb nicht
interesting. I
früher
consider it
hergebracht?
very
Hast du mich von
concerning.
hier ferngehalten?
That's like a kind of
Wo
interest.
ist Dylan? Er ist im Isolationssektor.
I guess.
Im Panoptikon. Mein Bruder.
Yeah,
Ich
I guess it
dachte,
can be
wir wären
both.
uns gleich. Was, wenn wir es sind?
Anyway, should we
Ich gehe.
you guys want me to lead the way?
Jetzt. Das habe ich erwartet.
You know,
Ich
very
muss noch
nice.
etwas sehen.
And she sort of looks
Etwas,
at all
was
you
das
guys.
Zischen nicht finden darf. Es sollte nicht lange dauern, aber Sie müssen
So what do you
inzwischen auf
guys
die
do?
Behörde
Like this is
aufpassen.
while you're walking. What do you
Sie
guys
passen
do
inzwischen auf die
like in
Behörde
combat?
auf. Und nicht vergessen, Dylan ist gefährlich. Lassen Sie ihn nicht frei, Direktorin
I don't really
Fagan.
know what you mean. We like
Wie bringe ich Sie dazu, mich nicht
I
so
Like
zu
how do you
nennen?
fight?
Ich bin nicht wegen
She
Ihnen
look, 'cause I
hier.
don't see any like
Nichts hier ist einfach. Diese
obviousness
Leute
aside
haben meinen
from
Bruder mitgenommen.
the people
Aber
wielding
mich
pretty
haben sie
weird
anstandslos
weapons.
akzeptiert.
Hit
Sind sie meine Feinde oder meine Freunde?
Any of you guys like
Ich
heal,
muss
or is
Dylan
that gonna be
sehen.
my job?
Ich muss es wissen.
well, like calendar can do like a bit of that.
Ich wünschte, du könntest mir...
Unfortunately, I do need a small amount of time before I can get that ready.
Should we like maybe wait
sagen, was du
a little bit
weißt.
For what?
Bleib
for calendar to like get ready to like do things
einfach
again?
bei mir, okay? Ich kann meinen
I
Freund jetzt
only
gut gebrauchen.
require about 10 minutes or so.
Oh, we can wait 10 minutes.
I have my rituals as does most mages in my somewhat uninformed opinion.
Collins, gibt es Überlebende?
Wir haben mehrere
Oh.
Schutzräume mit Überlebenden gefunden.
Guess we can settle
Wir
in
warten
here.
auf die HRV, bevor wir sie öffnen. Sobald
Sort
wir
of
sie
just
sicher herausbringen können,
walks
führen wir
underneath
die
a tree and
Überlebenden
just sits
sofort
down.
hierher.
Halten Sie mich auf dem Laufenden.
He thinks about it for a moment and then just kind of starts drawing on the ground in front of where he was standing until he has a circle with 3 smaller circles inside of it.
She's watching with interest.
He looks at the three before kind of erasing two of them and selecting the last.
Puck will, dass wir Darlings gesamte Dateneinträge vom
Before
letzten
sitting
Monat-
down and calling Asclepios and having a short conversation with the snake and stick at once.
Just talking to it.
Yeah. And both talk back before the 10 minutes end, and the snake reappears on Kalendar's stick instead. And then
Certainly
he's
no,
just going to rub it out.
that's certainly no kind of ritual I've ever seen before, but hey, whatever works.
It's requires quite a long reach. I call beings from beyond the void. I have completed, however. We may continue without any further issues.
Great.
You to walk along. Should leave you along for about 20-ish minutes or so. And then you get to a different map prepared. And this map should look a lot more evil, but just imagine things are like decaying.
Oh my god, it's so evil looking.
I need to just think really quickly though. Yeah.
Neutral party. No longer.
It's actually nobody.
I made this.
Yeah, Lumpy, if you wanted to, you could put a watermark there. We all think it's you. You guys would be coming in from somewhere around like the north area.
Oh god.
Yeah, this map is even worse on the grid because for some reason the grid is like mega square.
Are we using the
No,
R
just use
squares?
just
or
use
their
Roll20.
squares? Okay.
It makes everyone's life easier.
I'm gonna have Diamond scout ahead.
Mhm.
Like
Just kind
flipping
of
around.
flying over.
Yeah.
What's
Like
what
an
are they looking
overhead
for?
pass, and then like land in a tree,
Ich sehe es. Noch ein Objekt am Bord.
and then look for, I don't know, plant
Völlig
monsters.
davon gebannt.
By the way, this is about these little things are about like 10 feet.
10 feet down.
Yeah, so most of the trees, despite that, do tower above it. They're very tall.
Makes sense. No. Diamonds is looking for big scary plant monsters or something along those lines.
Okay.
Marina can only reference what she's seen so far.
Are these
Yeah.
are these cliffs real?
Yeah, they're like I said, they're about 10 feet. Yeah, I mean, Diamonds flips around. Roll perception.
Let's go diamonds.
Quick second. Roll against diamonds.
A lot of these trees. Yeah, no.
Jesus Christ, Diamond!
You get the impression from Diamonds that, like, holy shit, these trees look hella evil. They're all monsters. This whole place is full of monsters. Everything in here is a monster.
Oh,
You
my
guys
God,
are monsters.
We're surrounded. They're everywhere.
Nah.
They're everything.
What?
Good thing we got Rufus.
Look.
Like this one?
Yeah,
Just,
don't
like,
touch
point-
it.
She'll just, like, knock on it a couple times. I'm pretty sure this one's normal.
I don't know, Rufus, is that normal?
It's trying to like trick you. Don't fall for it.
No, that one's definitely normal.
Test this one. Give it a poke. Oh.
Yeah, no reaction.
I'll come to this cliff's edge. Can I look out, Chief?
Yeah, you can look up.
Oh my god, diamonds, they're all falling for it. They all think they're safe.
What are you looking for, Leo?
Actual plant monster.
Alright, roll perception. I mean, the trees and plants around here, they all look pretty evil. You do notice, I mean, it doesn't seem like, at first glance, it was like, oh, it's just a bunch of, like, dying trees. And you do notice that rather than just dying trees, there's kind of, like, shrubs around and the like. There's some clumps of vines that remind you a little bit of the monsters, but there's a lot of them. Like there's some over here, up these there. There's like some there, 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 some there.
I see. Okay.
You can't really tell which ones are likely to be alive, which ones are not.
Understandable.
Got it. Let me roll portent real quick. Actually, I don't think I've done that today.
I thought you did before the end of the session.
Did I? Oh, right. Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, it looks like it. Let's go to 17 minutes.
Yep. I have those. I have the 17 minutes all written down, but I wasn't sure.
Yep. Okay, just double check.
Cool.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna check it out, we may as well go down there.
Yes.
She'll sort of walk to the edge of the cliff, just sort of. I mean, if you take the time, you can go down it without taking any damage. That's what she'll do.
Someone.
Stick together. Running in alone seems like a pretty bad idea.
Well, if you guys get like, you're like surrounded, so like someone needs to be on the outside to like support you guys. Have to get out and stuff.
God, this place is. I hate this place.
Yeah, this is sick.
I'm gonna pick my way down.
Lena and Clara, as well as the NPC, will all roll perception here. No. I mean, you don't have to roll perception if you're not paying attention.
No,
I Lena and Clara, both of you notice this tree move, and some vines in these two trees start to move as well.
So they're on point, and point.
And as you guys are pointing out the enemies, the whole place starts just on fire.
Lights on! Lights on!
I'll say you can get a blade song off because you see it. Which means, Lenny, you can also get like a action or bonus action if you want to.
Sure, I'll, as bonus action I will, call upon the stars in archer form.
Oh my god.
Okay.
He's so evil looking.
Holy shit, that's a big ass tree.
And what's the big surprise here is while you saw those things move, you didn't see, as you hear suddenly just like this super loud buzzing coming from this rock directly in front of you, and all of a sudden this guy is unveiled.
What the fuck is that?
Enhance. That guy's sick. His model's even see-through.
Ooh, gross.
It should be noted those hands coming out are all like just a shit ton of flies.
Oh, I don't want to be here.
And will enhance the tree as well.
Alright, boys, the gun's coming back out.
Alright, surely these guys are weak to fire, right? Like my fire fists are big.
They fiends?
Now let me roll some initiatives.
I didn't even
Let's find out, because plants are filled with water. And water beats fire.
I don't know. 5e stat blocks are kind of whack sometimes. They really don't like giving monsters vulnerabilities.
But they love giving resistances and immunities.
Sons of bitches.
Okay, the tree is not ready to go at all.
Is it more or less ready to go than me?
Viney lads. And then lastly, Dr. Fly.
No, not Dr. Fly! Oh, man, Dr. Fly is fucking big.
It's 11.
Is he PhD or MD?
Definitely PhD.
All of them.
Oh no.
He went for a double doctorate? Damn.
He's got the PhMD.
He's a full philosopher. Oh my
Oh,
god.
and then actually this lady needs to roll initiative. Okay, Kalendar, you are up first.
I guess I will move into this group.
Hey, get that arrow away from us.
Poor choice.
Just voting.
And I'm going to, well, just make sure that I can actually do it. Yeah, it's within range. So I'm going to point over to this guy and force him to make a dex save.
Okay.
Asking Haunt to try and keep his toes.
Got an 11.
Which I believe is a failure.
Alright.
It is by 1.
Oh wow, your TC is dangerously low. So that is
4 damage, necrotic.
okay. Despite the fact that these guys seem to have some sort of necrotic energy running through them, it does seem to take full effect on him as it sort of further decays some of his vines.
And that's all from me.
Okie
I don't
dokie.
really want to get close.
Lena, at the start of your turn, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
As this dude is letting out a big stink.
Jesus Christ.
He's so stinky. That is a fail.
Mm.
I have a question, actually, for you, Leo.
Have an answer, hopefully.
You're a vampire. Are you considered an undead at all?
It didn't say anything of considering me undead. If you want to, I'd be
No,
fine with
if
that.
you're not, if it didn't say anything, that means you're not considered undead. So,
Alright.
you are just poisoned until the start of your next turn.
Jesus Christ.
As the stench just overwhelms your nose.
As they say, uh-oh, stinky.
True.
Shit, man, they do say that.
Wahrscheinlich gerade sämtliche Vorschriften in Sachen
Oh god. Okay, so poison.
Yeah. Just till the start of your next turn.
But that's disadvantage on everything, isn't it?
Disadvantage on attacks and ability check. Is it attacks and ability checks or attacks and saving throws?
Poison.
No,
A poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah, so you're fine in saving throws.
Thank you, God. Yeah, I guess so. Alright. Well, either just both are terrible. I don't want to deal with either of these things. We're gonna hex. We'll hex this the big tree.
Okay.
Choosing strength, I guess. We should have strength. That's my bonus action. And then I'll just blast him. Blast. 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Hey. Alright, that I'll add 2 cold damage to that.
Okay, so
And
10.
D6. D6.
15 damage.
And that's me.
Marinara sauce.
I'll move up a little bit, and you see where this 15-foot thing I'm measuring is?
Yeah.
All right, so right here, I'm gonna try and make a illusory wall of flames, a silent image, and try and spook them.
Okay.
Things going towards Mafreda's. Does someone else mind drawing like a little line over this while I hold it here?
Yeah, I can get you.
Awesome, because I don't want to let it go because I'll forget where it is.
But you also, I can't see it anymore, so you're gonna need to replace the line.
Like right here.
Fire.
There.
Awesome.
Very high quality.
No, it's proportional to the impact this will have. And I don't have any cool bonus action choices, so I'll just chill.
Okay. I can tell you this guy right here is very concerned about that. The tree, it's hard to read a tree's emotions, but yeah, you know what? No, you don't get
What a
anything
fucking
from the tree.
sentence. It's hard to
Mr.
read a
Beck and
tree's
R.
emotions.
If a
Tree
tree
seems melancholy.
if the tree sees fire, is he upset? Who knows?
Dude, how broken is being fast? Oh my god.
Am I right? Yeah. 45 movements, sweet baby.
Hmm. So this fly thing's, it's got like some stinkiness around it. Can I I notice that?
You definitely don't see it.
Okay. These guys are all spread out.
What does this actually look like? I can't really tell what this is.
Yeah, maybe just drop that image in general.
Yeah, sure. I gotta go find the image on my computer now, though.
Is it supposed to be like a mushroom?
Can I like hold my turn? Can I move it down in the order?
If you hold your turn, if you hold your entire turn, it goes automatically to the very bottom of the order. So you'd move after the tree.
I'll do that.
If you're just holding like a specific action, like I want to move after so and so, then you can just have like the one action. But if you want to hold your entire turn, it moves it to the bottom.
Yeah, I'm fine with going last.
Okay. And let me just go find the creepy man. He's so cool, actually. Look at him.
So, what does this look like? Like, is this supposed to be like something fungal? Is
Well,
a worm?
He was kind of disguised as the Rock, and now it just seems like this almost
like fleshy looking thing?
Yeah, it looks fleshy.
It's like two buttholes on its face.
Yeah, it's got two buttholes for eyes, and there's a bunch of flies coming out of it.
It's a booty hole.
Okay, Chase, just remind me when we get to the end of the order that you held your ground, because there's a good chance I'll forget it, because I'm too lazy to move you there. Which moves us to Kastari. What will she do? Actually, is she in range of this guy? No, she's not. She's actually where Kalendar is, so she's just barely out of range. So kind of frown and then just be like, "Get out of my forest! Jeez, you guys are assholes." She'll cast Moonbeam on. You shot the tree. She'll cast it on the tree. So, I actually don't know where to save it, so let's throw that. Yeah, cast level 2. So the tree needs to make a con save, I believe it is. Yeah, Constitution saving throw. Okay. And the tree's con is pretty decent. But not decent enough, so he gets suddenly blasted by a sudden moonbeam. Wow, Jake, very descriptive. What color should the moonbeam be? White. I'm pretty sure that's how big the moonbeam is. I don't remember if it's bigger than that. And he does not seem pleased. It's pretty easy to tell that, even though he's a tree. And then she'll move a little closer to the fake wall of fire. I camp out behind it. Which moves us to you, Mr. Peter.
I'll move here.
Mhm.
And I'll toss some darts. They're gonna have disadvantage though, I think.
Who are you throwing them at?
I'll toss them at the big tree.
All right.
Toss.
Miss and miss. As they sort of don't have enough force to land any solidly into the tree's bark, kind of just bounce off of it. Goes up to you, Deirdre.
Alright, I'm gonna activate my Radiant Soul in form of Dread. Get some temp HP and a fly speed, bonus damage, whatnot. So that is gonna be most of my turn. I'm gonna fly back up this cliff and get some height. So I think I'd probably end up being like 15 feet above the surface here.
Righty.
And that is gonna be me.
Which moves us to you, Brubexu.
Oh, time to hunter's mark this guy, Dr. Fly.
Mm-hmm.
And then shoot him.
Okay.
Ah.
That misses.
And Rufus will stay up here. In case, some fucking creature shows up over here.
Alright, is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Dr. Fly. Dr. Fly is going to roll a d4, actually. Alright. Clara, he is going to take a swing at you.
Yeah, right. Damn. That is unfortunate.
How's that blade song?
That was actually just high enough to where even if I shield, I can't block it.
And you need to make a dex save.
A dex save.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
So as he hits you, the flies kind of start to buzz all around you, all over your face. Some get in your mouth, some get in your nose, and you cannot see, and also you cannot breathe.
What?
The rest of you guys sort of see as it rakes this fly-like claw across Clara's chest and head, and just it kind of passes through almost. You can see it doing damage, but you also notice that there's some flies left over after the fact. Dr. Fly, seeing this, is pleased and is going to swing at somebody else, which will be you, Calendar. Dr. Fly is a murderous man, and you also need to make a dex save. Dr. Fly does not like damage, though.
What is that damage, by the way?
Piercing. You are fine. You saw what happened to Clara. You're no fool. As the claw's coming towards you, you see it. You're not going to be able to dodge it, so you kind of protect your face from the flies, and you feel them kind of trying to get in, but you're able to get away from it.
You have a mask, so it's not too hard to cover up the holes.
That does move us to you, though, Clara.
Can I attempt to remove these fucking things?
Yeah, you can.
You don't.
Just make a, you just make a flat dex check if you're trying to do it. Also, though, you need to make a con save because the stinkiness is here. You can't breathe. You don't need to make a con save.
I can't breathe. I have to make a con save. This in BM.
That's right, you only have to make a con save if you successfully get rid of the flies.
Alright, now the con save.
Yes, you are able to get rid of the flies, and you're like, oh, that smell, but you fight it off.
I'm pissed. I'm assuming that's pretty much
1918, the next one's gotta be a 17.
Yeah, I mean, you have a bonus action still, but...
I don't know as much I can do with a bonus action, unfortunately. Yeah, that's there's nothing I can do with the bonus action, so I'll end my turn.
Okay. Which moves us to the Viney lads. Now these guys aren't exactly quick, but they'll start their ruthless assault, dashing forward. This guy is a little pissed about the fire, but he sees there's a little nub you can go through over here. And once he gets there, he'll sort of make this really weird, like, creaking noise, which is strange because it's made entirely out of a vine. You don't see any wood. And he'll sort of place what looks like his little viney hands on the ground. And,
Uh-oh.
you three... Oh, that is a hidden thing. You three need to make a dexterity saving throw. As he makes a little circle, where all of a sudden vines just sprout up and try to tangle you up.
Well,
guessing a 7 fails.
A 7 definitely does fail. Let me take a gander. Leo, you save. The other 2 are restrained by the vines. You just managed to sort of sneak out of it in time. We will use the snail for restrain. So I'm going to toss up you as well, Calendar. But that is his turn, which moves us to the tree. Moonbeam triggers at, well, the first Moonbeam damage should have probably triggered now rather than when I rolled it, actually, right? Okay, well, the tree also is not very quick, but it's alright. He's got a... Oh, actually, he's a lot quicker than I thought. My man, without dashing, can run 20 whole feet.
Ooh!
I thought he had like 10. He will look there. He'll see the 2 people sort of entangled in the vines. And, he'll sort of stab a root of his, like he'll lift it up and like stab it into the ground. And he'll roll a d2 to see if he's attacking Kastari or Calendar. He's going to attack Kastari. As the root sort of, you see it almost like popping out of the ground every once in a while and digging back in, and then it sort of juts out and tries to shank her. He has advantage because she is restrained, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So 18, which is enough to hit her. And he does more damage than Dr. Fly, but he doesn't attack as much. And that actually does knock her out because of the damage she had taken from the last fight.
Woo!
She sort of goes limp in the vines as the root just sort of stabs into her gut. Belcher, who she had told to stay behind and was kind of chilling up here, lets out like a roar. Chase, that moves us to you because you had held your action.
Yeah.
Look at me remembering.
Okay. So Dr. Fly's big as fuck. Can I like step in his space or what?
So the thing is, the actual mound itself is not very big. It's just that the hands are taking up a lot. So yeah, you can step into his spaces.
Dope.
You just can't step into like this part.
Okay. So like here is fine.
Yeah, you can step there. But when you step there, you do have to make a con save.
Yep.
You got close to Mr. Stinky. Yeah, that saves.
Okay. I will attack.
Okay. Roll some d20s, homie.
And I will use my Breath of the Dragon.
Okay, so that's a what? Cone or a line?
Line.
So I'm assuming you want to hit both of them.
Yep.
So does this make them make saving throws, or do you have to land an attack?
It is a... Well, I have to land the attack first, actually, so... Coming.
I believe it. I heard you go boop, so I knew you rolled it. What if I look up evil? Oh, while you're doing that, evil tree music. Oh, I heard it roll. Yeah, that hits.
Evil tree music.
Actually, hold on. No,
Evil
that's
music
fine.
/ dark music, evil tree. Huh? This is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, so I replaced the attack with this.
Okay.
So I will do fire damage.
Yep. So it's fire damage to both of them.
It's actually not that much damage. I read after. It's 2 of my martial dice. It is a dex save.
Oh, okay. So they both have to make a dex save.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they actually both have the same dex save, which is very good. That's the tree, and this is the other guy.
3 fails, 14 succeeds, I believe.
So is it save for none or save for half?
It is safer.
So the fire on this guy seems to have about normal effectiveness. When the breath hits the tree, it very clearly does more than you were expecting. Unless you're expecting that vulnerability, in which case it's about the same.
That's one breath of the dragon down. And actually, after seeing that,
Yep. This is not evil tree music at all. It's not evil tree music, that's for sure. There's a reason it only has 265 views.
I will use a bonus action to disengage and run
Okay.
away. And that is my turn.
Alrighty, Aphrodite, which moves us back to you, Calendar. You are currently restrained.
Does it look like I can attack them or break out of them or?
Yeah, you can definitely break out of them. I should probably actually draw the area. It's literally just this little 10-foot square.
All right. I guess I will attempt. Yeah, I'll attempt to break out.
Okay. Yeah, just you can roll me a, I believe it's
Would
an
you like
athletics.
me to like give you a fort then so you can for sure break out, or is that
flat
do you
strength
not
check.
have any lofty plans for this turn?
Oh, a flat strength check.
Yeah. Well, if you're trying to break out, yeah, it's strength. Which at this point, I mean, that is, you would either do that or attack the vines.
All right, I'll attack the vines instead.
Okay.
That's a slightly better chance. Do I have to roll to hit the vines?
Yep.
All right.
I mean, it's not hard, but I mean, they have some just like.
Yeah.
Just gotta
I'm
go
gonna
to
order my
my
floating spirit to attack the vines.
Alright. Yeah, I mean that hits. Yeah, not quite. It's very close to being broken.
Alright. Then I will draw my dagger and slice them as well.
Yep, because you're restrained, you do have disadvantage on attacking the vines, but I mean they're vines, they're not that hard to hit.
I mean I think the spear is a different entity. Well, it probably is, but that's okay. Oh, not with that one.
Yeah, not within that one, as you're sort of... You pull your dagger up to, like, slice at the part that's been weakened by your spirit friend, but it kind of gets caught on the vines that are, like, restraining you, and you reach there, but it just kind of... You don't have any force by the time you get there. Sort of clunks against it harmlessly.
That's all for me, because I can't move.
Alright, Lena.
Oh boy, am I still stinkied?
No. It is the start of your turn. Or it ends at the end of your turn, so You do have to make another con save though, because you're still in the stinky range. But
What? Unstinkify.
you aren't as surprised by the stinkiness this time. You're like, no, that was hella stinky. But
great. Okay. Step back. This way.
Alright.
And we'll just, get to blasting.
who you blasting?
Gotta blast this man with Hex on him.
Huh? It's a good man to blast.
So, what should we start? Where do we start with? I'll use a. We'll start off with a guiding bolt.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Hey, I give the 17 to the attack roll there.
Oh, okay, there you go. So I got a 17, I guess.
17 plus your modifier, which hits.
Okay.
Damn. Lumpy really said, "Fuck you, Leo. No crit for you."
It's all good.
He would have crit. Actually, funnily enough, he just raw rolled a 17.
Damn.
Oh wow, that's so unlucky. Damn it.
That is terrible.
Jesus. All right.
Oh my lord.
No.
We'll add 2 cold damage to that.
Okay.
And then we'll also add
lightning strike.
and then we'll add a hex to that. 3 more. Great.
Okay.
And then we still got our bonus action and we got our star arrow.
That's right.
Because I hit him with a guiding roll to have advantage, right?
That's true.
Sick. That's a
Just
bad.
not hit.
God damn it! I hate this. It's so powerful. And
I hate it here. We're like the fucking Wonder Twins.
Arrow fucking
Like the
clonks off of it.
Uh,
Its bark harder than that of a normal tree.
I see. Oh god, that's my turn. It's so
Too
sad.
hard.
His AC's 15, by the way.
Why would you tell me that?
No.
Why would you do that?
Because I didn't want to have to sit with that knowledge alone.
Alright. So I'm gonna drop concentration on the illusory wall of flames.
Okay.
And I'm going to
Jason
gonna
about to get
cast-
shanked in the back by the viney boy.
I'm gonna cast create bonfire.
Where do you cast
right here. Let's get this whole bonfire.
Okay. Why'd you choose green for
He's on fire.
What is wrong with you?
'Cause, leaves are green and they burn green. So
Alright, so he has to make a dex save when it's cast, so we'll do that now. Watch as he just nails this. Yeah, big. Let's see, I roll some damage. Oh, yeah.
Hellfire!
woo!
I mean, it's doubled, so he does not like it.
Is he a flammable object that isn't being worn or carried?
No.
It's not being worn, not being carried.
He's carrying himself.
Oh wow.
That is
How big is that?
Shit, man. That's all I got.
Okie dokie. Vekinar.
Alright. I'm just gonna start punching.
Alright.
And I'm gonna,
I'm assuming you're changing all these damages to fire.
yeah, through the use of Draconic Disciple, these will all be fire punches.
That's so sick.
And then I will Flurry of Blows.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep, those all hit.
I will also activate Fury of the Small for 3 extra damage, because this guy's real big.
Mm-hmm. Roll me some damage dice.
Yeah, they're coming. Well, what can you say? I'm consistent.
Consistent crank. Well, seeing as
Consistent min damage.
Well,
Even Leo
even though
said
it's all
it.
consistent min damage, it's all fire damage, so that is enough to kill him. Chase, could you make me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, baby.
And not quite. Anyone else in range? No, not quite.
I mean, how broken is double damage?
That saves, so you will take half. As the tree, upon being lit on fire and burned to death, when it sort of dies, it doesn't just sort of like wither and collapse like the dead vine guys you had seen dead. It it explodes.
Ah.
So this is actually going to be a little more damage than it was going to be initially, but because it's not just regular wooden debris, it's also flaming wooden debris, so there's the 1d6 is fire damage. So you just take half of that. As it's sort of
the will of the brass dragon protects me.
It's sort of. And now think of like those kind of like spiky dead tree trunks.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what's left of them.
And then with my movement that's still left, I'll run over here.
Running over there. Yeah, make me a con save as you run past Mr. Stinky.
Could I not? Could I have taken a path to avoid the stinkification?
I think. Well, let's see. Yeah, no, where you are, you're getting stinkied anyway. Is where you end up.
I see.
I made sure to double check that.
So if I run Rufus down there, he'll get stinky.
It's stinky time. You're poisoned.
I've been stinkified.
I don't think I want Rufus to become stinky.
I'm just saying. My rolls aren't fast still, but they're no double rolls. I mean, look at that.
No, and also they are getting a little faster, I swear.
Are they?
At least in my campaign. They're still slow as hell in Leo's. It doesn't make any sense, but... Is that your turn, though?
Yep.
Alrighty. Which moves us to Kastari, who has to make a death save. She's off to a good start. Which moves us to Peter.
This guy is right below me, yes?
And that he is.
And we're just gonna toss some bolts at him.
Alright.
And by bolts, we mean...
Ah, unlucky.
Unlucky.
Those both hit.
I'm not close enough to do that. Unlucky.
9 plus 10 is 21.
Subtract 4 from that 7, though.
Okay. 9 plus 6. He's gonna be like, subtract 4 from that 7 and then add 4 to that 9.
No. Add 6 to that 9.
Well, it is still standing, but it is very injured.
That's the end of my turn.
Alrighty, Aphrodite. That moves us to you, Deirdre.
I'm gonna hex Dr. Stinky.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna shoot him.
Alright. Hey, it didn't make me say if I hit. It did, but...
Alright, yeah, I don't know if he's immune to being frightened, but if not, he needs to make a wisdom save.
Yeah, I don't think he's immune to being frightened. Let me go look at his stat block. No, he ain't.
Is he about to start running?
Well, he's not exactly capable.
It's got little diglet legs.
Nice.
2 more damage. Didn't see that.
Alright, and that will be me.
Alrighty. Is this to you, Rebecca?
Hmm. She's too far. How she's supposed to feed Rufus meat if she dies?
I forgot to actually grab just like an individual picture.
Zoom in a bit.
Nope, I'm just gonna use a placeholder.
Ah, but I don't know Rufus.
Which means, of course, I need to just go raw comedy. Yep, there he is. That's like I said, he's up here. That'll be your pet. Who I will enhance.
Enhance, yeah. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Checks out to me. How'd you crop out of the other picture so fast?
I'm pretty good. You know, I'm something of a photoshopper myself. Who's that at?
The mushroom guy.
Ah,
Who's Dr. Fly?
yeah.
Hey.
No, that doesn't
Yeah.
hit.
Alright, Rufus. I guess you can leave. I don't think anything's gonna come out of the forest. No way.
As soon as Rufus moves, a bunch of bad guys pop up around Bex and start beating him up.
Rufus will wait right here.
Okie dokie.
That'll be my turn.
Dr. Fly. Well, he sees one guy's restrained, one guy's poisoned. Both of them seem like good targets. One is you, Mitchell. Two is you, Chase.
Fight me, coward.
Swing at you.
Little bitch.
And you missed, so we'll take another one. I'm presuming this again. And he buzzes angrily. Well, the flies do. Who's this you, Clara?
Do I have to make the smell thing again?
Correct. Feel like I had the flies in my nose. Nothing.
Yeah. You know what? Nothing wrong with a gun nowadays. Second level, gun.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
That is the opposite of the one you rolled the other day.
Oh.
That's
Looks like a wheel.
It looks like Chase.
I'm assuming that was at the doctor.
Yeah, it was a big boy. With the guy who's actually a threat. Yeah. That's all I got. That's my turn.
Right. Viney lads. Oh, this guy is restrained Calendar, and now he gets to go in for the kill. It actually is literally all of his movement to get there, too. He barely... And the other boys will traverse the land. They're nearly there.
Did that guy run through the fucking bonfire?
No, he did not. He ran inside it.
Faith.
Alright, one is you, Clara, two is you, Vec. This guy will swing at you. I think he literally has to crit to get through your shield. So crit he shall. Nope. Calendar, this is at you.
Alright.
Yeah. And really just all or nothing, me, huh?
And these guys do a decent damage. Oop. Oh, Jesus. He rolled high.
Yes, he did.
But that is their turn. Oh, I gotta do a pro gamer move here, actually. Alright, that is their turn. On initiative 0, this is now Belcher's turn and not the trees. He will. He's pretty quick, I think. Let me go look at what I wrote down for his stat block. He's got the 40 feet of move speed, so he'll dash over to here. And he'll just stand over the body, actually. He can't attack. Calendar.
Guess let's try and swing at the tree with my spirit.
Yep, the vine guy next to you.
Yep. Freaking heck, I think I just realized that technically I hit a target, didn't I? No, it's a hostile creature. That would have been hilarious though if I could do it. Alright.
Do you have disadvantage? I guess that was the
When I
first
was
die anyway.
restrained, so.
Well, yeah, but that's just your spirit guys attacking. They're not restrained, right?
I mean, no. It is a spell attack, so.
Anyway, well, I'll take a look at that in the future. For now, we'll say it's with disadvantage. But yeah, it misses regardless because that was the first die.
Alright, then I will try and swing at him with the dagger as well. 16 connect? Alright. Let me roll damage against him. Then I'm going to use my ability to teleport.
Alright.
So 4 to him, and then I'm going to go.
Changes when you stab him, you sort of see him start to crumple. So if that changes where you're teleporting.
It does actually. I'm going to teleport right on top of him.
Incredible.
The new one teleports inside you.
I'm no longer restrained because I'm not in the area anymore.
Teleports inside you. It's only personal.
The vines are gone, right?
Yeah, actually, as he perishes, the vines sort of wither away. That's your turn, Mr. Mitchell?
Yep. I got nothing else. That's all my actions.
How's Big Stinky looking?
That's Dr. Fly to you, and I mean, it's really hard to tell. You've never seen anything like this before.
That's true. Right. You're right.
It does have like a bunch of injuries on it, but it's like, I mean, you don't know how much it has left in the tank.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'll move my hex over to him. Double hex him.
Yeah.
And then I will start blasting.
Okay. I should probably give him the hexes, actually.
Oh,
yeah, that misses. It's double hex. Gives you purple pink.
Alright, and then I will... let's move here.
Okay. That's your turn? Marinara.
Alright, so I'm gonna let that fire fade. I'm gonna move up next to Peter, and I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire again, this time below Dr. Stinky.
Dr.
Fly to you, but that's a good move, because he literally has 0 feet of movement.
Consistency of
0 feet of movement, and also a -2 to dex, so... Yeah, roll some damage. He isn't vulnerable to it, but... It does hurt him regardless.
And that's it.
Bekinar.
What's going on with this guy? He's like standing over her body?
Yeah, it's kind of like protectively.
I mean, if it lets me, I'm going to heal her next turn, obviously, so.
If she makes his next turn.
Yeah, she could.
She's 0-2, right?
That one.
He's 0-1. Just 0-1.
Yeah, she's only rolled once.
That one, baby.
But she's not Leo, so.
I don't exactly have a good history with these either.
It's an action potion, right?
Yes.
If the captain.
I also thought about it. But she was doing fine.
Bonus action, disengage. I'll just use healer's kit on her.
Okay, so she's just unconscious but stable.
Yeah.
Let me take the X. Ah, actually, she still is X. Yeah, and I mean her pet recognizes that you're friendly enough and isn't gonna like bite at you for trying to save her.
That is my turn.
All right, well, she's laying there, nice and comfy. Let's just do a little demonstration. What a waste of a turn. Peter's turn. Oh, Chase, you did need to make a con save. I nearly forgot.
Stinky.
Yeah, stinky time.
I can't so are the arms count as its
For
square?
for simplicity's sake, yes.
Okay.
I assume that saves.
Yeah. With all the 17s, what's going on?
Good number. Marina
Chase
foresaw-
does have an insane ability to just roll the same number over and over again.
It's like Peyton rolling a natural 1 and then shooting his gun.
That's true. Peyton's bad RNG has gotten significantly better, except when it comes to shooting guns. It's just ones every time.
Actual fun.
It's just one, jam.
Yeah.
He pulls like a sword, 17. Like, doesn't make any sense.
Switch back to the gun, jam.
It makes no sense. It's amazing. I love it.
Like when we were playing fucking Warhammer. I was awful with the gun, but I built around it. And I took out the sword and started fucking schmooving.
Yep.
It's awesome. I love
Doesn't
it.
make sense. The game just doesn't want me to execute character concepts.
Yep. It was like, you are an assassin. I understand you built to be the gun one, but you're playing a melee one now.
You will be sword one.
Remind me, you need both your offhand and your primary hand weapon to be light, right?
You only need your offhand to be light, I believe.
Yeah, I think neither of them can be heavy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, heavy always requires 2 hands, so.
Yep.
General Grievous could, but
I mean, heavy
General Grievous
mostly
kinda
just
smooth, not
means, hey, are you a small sized creature? Congratulations, you can't use these. They're lame.
Turns out, this doesn't change anything because these do the same amount of damage anyway. So, however, these are both one of these is an axe. They're just both rolling spear because for whatever reason my hand axe is set up for melee only. And these are at this guy right here.
oh, they both hit.
Okay.
Yeah, even if you have disadvantage, they both hit.
I
I-
don't have disadvantage. Subtract 4 from that 11
Okay.
and add
6. Why do you make my life difficult?
add 9 to the 9.
Did you just tell me to add 9, you know? Well, he's still up, but barely.
And that's the end of my turn.
Deirdre.
Alright, looking like it's time to shoot the fly guy. I'm guessing that misses.
That does miss.
Next.
Oh, wow. No bonus actions. All right. Rebexu.
Oh, look like it's my turn to miss the 3rd time. Let's go.
Hog.
Wuggies.
Oh, I didn't miss.
It's
Bullshit. I was falsely.
Ah.
Wow, There it is.
Put him in baby jail. He lied.
Oh, that was with your hunter's mark. Okay. Him, where's your longbow isn't rolling with its dex mod.
It isn't.
Yeah,
No.
when you roll the damage, it's just rolling a d8. So what's your dex mod? And I'll just add it now, and you can update it.
Bring him.
2+2.
Oh, it's +2.
And then with the Rangers, another +2 circle.
No, Ranger, the +2 doesn't give you dex mod, it just gives you a bonus to archery attacks, not damage. Assuming you're talking about the archery fight style.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't
Just do it. So,
not shoot damage from that, unfortunately. Be way more sick if it didn't do that, though.
Okay, is that your turn? Or is Rufus doing something?
If Rufus goes here, he's a stinky. If he goes over there, he's also a stinky.
He loves the stink.
I don't know if he does.
he's a man of culture.
He's a man of stink.
Rufus could die over there.
Yeah?
Rufus could die in a lot of places.
Rufus could die where he is right now.
Yeah, does Rufus have any damage vulnerabilities?
I think he's pretty weak to Eldritch the Blast.
Best
Does
not
save.
trifle with him.
That does not hit, though.
Rufus
About
is
to get
turned
fucking
up this.
grappled by the fly.
Oh, don't
Moves
forget
us to
the
Dr. Fly. Lumpy?
nothing. I was gonna mention the bonfire he's on, but I'm sure you're remembering that, so I wasn't gonna be
Yes.
annoying.
It's also glowing on him.
Yeah,
And, it's end of his turn, so.
he's got plenty of time to move.
Incidentally. Actually, nah. One is you, Clara. Two is you, Vec.
Alright, now
So-
he rolls up fucking 25.
Well, Dr. Fly is actually he places both of his fly hands kind of on the
Wait.
ground, like claws going into the ground. And
Fucking
the
pole
entire
vault.
area, like all of like the rot almost starts to like peel off of the trees. And just starts to like coalesce in this like ball above him.
That looks like a big blast. If this is an attack roll, I'm giving it a 12.
It is not an attack roll.
All right, minor.
And once all of the literally the entire like place, starts just looking like a normal like forest again, aside from the evil dudes traversing the area. And once it's like just all coalesced above him, he'll reach both of his fly hands up and just fucking yeet it at you.
Oh, good.
Fucking volleyball spike.
I need you to make a dex save.
A dex save, okay.
The fuck is this?
Hey!
It's doomed.
That may have been a good time to use your 12.
Yeah,
Too late. Fucked.
it was only slightly better than average.
That is a fail though.
Yeah, I fucking guessed.
So you're going to take this much necrotic damage.
I'm going to be unconscious. 99% chance.
How much health do you have?
0 now.
Before 0.
11.
And how far are you away from? Who are you?
This
That one? Okay. I'm gonna use my reaction
You roll like shit.
he really did not roll great.
to reduce
hey, you're
that damage by
conscious.
6.
That means I'm, let's see, 9, so I'm at 2 health, Pog.
Big,
Pog.
What are you, Theo?
That's great.
This
And
sounding better.
Clara, this is good. Being
You're a
conscious,
warlock
you
too?
realize it's like
Yep.
you are.
He's not.
That's what I was saying. There's no way. I'm like 90% sure he's not. I looked at his character sheet. Did he change in between sessions?
That's a good strat, actually. Just roll up with a new character sheet every time. Pretend it's the same character.
Yeah. Clara, where you're standing, all of the grass is just withered and dead.
You got me, Leo.
It smells like complete death. You feel like complete death. But you're like, that really did not hit me nearly as hard as I would have expected it to.
I'm like, damn, I'm still alive. That's kooky.
Now make a con save.
There you go.
And this guy needs to make a
God.
dex save. Yeah, you're poisoned. Lumpy, roll a d8.
Guess what? I might be poisoned, but poison doesn't affect this one.
That's true, it doesn't. Dr. Fly is still up. Though, even for a monster you guys have never seen before, it's pretty apparent he doesn't have much left in him. His hands are very whereas before they were all completely opaque, you can kind of see through parts of them. The buzzing is significantly quieter and he's missing chunks.
He's running
I really
out
want
of
to fucking
flies.
skedaddle, but fuck it, I'll stay. I'll end my
All
turn there. I got 2 health and a dream.
It's Vine Boys time. Well, they
Nat
see it.
Nat 20, it's coming.
Nat 20, me really so fucking funny.
Yeah, I mean, he saw you just get turbo blasted, so he is going to swing at you. And the other 2 will go after you, Mr. Leo. So yeah, they have to crit you still. Nope. This is at you, Leo. Leo.
Miss.
R 2d6 plus 1. Boop. 5.
Oh.
That moves us to Belcher's turn, who, seeing that Kastari is stable, will come to assist. He's just going to try to chomp. Let's see, what is it? Yeah, wow, real intimidating. Yeah, at least he has a decent to hit. Boop, he does hit, which means he does a whopping 1d6 plus 2 damage.
Take it easy, big man.
Man, he does as much as I do.
Yeah, but that's the only attack he can make.
That's true.
Alright. Moves us to you, Calendar.
All right. Well, I came all the way over. I'll go ahead and touch her with the healing and give her 5 hit points.
She sort of eyes open. Oh, jeez. Thanks. What is it still? Oh, wow, we're still fighting.
Yeah, and that does eat up my action, and I'm not thinking this thing is going to care much about necrotic damage, so I'll just switch over to the crossbow.
Yep.
And I guess I'll kind of shift back to here.
Okay. Now your turn?
Yep, that's all.
Alright, Lena, you're up.
Doing range attacks while there's someone in melee is what gives me disadvantage, right? Even if I'm not aiming at these fuckers.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. I mean, we could.
Yep. It turns out it actually doesn't matter if you're shooting the person right next to you or someone a ways away. Them being next to you and having their hands and weapons in your face is very distracting.
Yeah, them grabbing the bow or crossbow or whatever and going, hey, stop that. Cut that shit out right in front of you, motherfucker.
Do we take the step back to not have that?
Let's start giving all of my enemies the Mage Slayer feat.
What?
You cast a spell within 5 feet.
You've made a poor decision, friend.
I'll take. You know what? I'll take a step back.
Oh, Jake, just give them all really long
Disengaging?
hands so that
No,
they're
I'm
all
taking. No, I'm just taking a step back.
Oh, all right. They are both going to swing at you. First guy, second guy.
Oh, they both hit. God damn it!
I'm
God
just gonna
damn it!
roll all
They
their damage at once.
Jesus.
knocked me out. Do it, you fools. Oh, but that really did hurt though.
Oh yeah,
Ow.
that's right. You're a tank.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take.
For some
Alright.
fucking reason.
Yeah, he always puts 30 points into con. It's like, what's your spell save DC? 9. It's like, oh.
All right. Anyway,
What's your spell save DC? 2. What?
We're gonna start blasting.
Don't worry, I got
Mr.
93 health.
Mr. Fly guy.
It's Dr. Fly.
Dr. Fly. Sorry, he does have a PhMD. So
Looks
okay,
very
you're
hard.
right. We gotta show respect to the man. We're gonna fucking guiding bolt him.
All right.
God damn it!
I should have
You
given you
missed.
another 12.
I think 12's misses on him. All right, then we fucking
12?
star arrow.
12 plus
12
5.
plus your mod.
Oh, it's 12 plus like what? I always forget that. Oh well, I'm gonna bonus action star arrow. Do you want to give me the
Definition
thing?
Wizard would be so
No.
bad if you didn't
No.
have the
Okay.
mod.
All right. Star arrow.
Miss.
God damn it! I hate this man.
He's so
Right.
quick.
It's your turn.
That's my turn. Just took
Marinara.
17 damage for nothing.
That's not entirely true. It was funny.
And Lumpy could have saved me, but he didn't.
I mean,
That was
I'm
also
just
funny.
I'm just gonna do that. Miss. And turn.
Dr. Fly literally cannot
wait.
even move.
Wait! I forgot. I have to make con
I know,
saving
it's
throws
so sad by me.
for my fucking
X.
hex thing. Yeah. How am I looking?
Is that your turn, Lump?
Yep.
The 8 does not hit, so.
Yep.
So I have to
Alright.
make 2, right?
Yeah, just make 2. Actually, did you make one from when you got punched on their turn?
Oh, she did not. All right, we can make a third one.
Yeah, you're fine.
Woo!
Alright, Vecnar, you're up.
Breath of the Dragon.
Stinky time
Activate.
first.
Oh, stinky time first.
You are stinky. You're stinky.
Tree guy and flyman make dex save.
Do you have to hit first or what?
No. This is my attack entirely with a
Oh,
breath
okay.
weapon, effectively.
Dr. Fly.
Does Rufus also have to make
Oh,
one?
okay. Both of them are nuts.
They both succeed. No, Rufus isn't in the line.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, he could be if Chase angles it like so, but I'm assuming he's just doing this.
I'm not gonna do that.
I just wanted to make
He's
sure.
like, sorry, you got in the way.
Sorry about your
Oops.
dog.
8 damage.
Oh, that's it.
So this guy takes 8 damage because he succeeded the save and just doubles it. This guy takes 4. Oh,
And
he's
then
just built so different.
I will use my key. Hold on. Yeah, that is the attack action. So I will do a flurry of blows.
Okay.
Disadvantage, right?
Yeah, you're poisoned.
And I'll make him fire against this tree guy.
Yep.
Hello.
Yeah, I mean they both hit.
Jesus.
The good old crit on a disadvantage.
Yeah.
The classic.
It happens all the time.
Yep.
Is there any chance this first punch will just kill this guy?
What's your max damage? No.
Okay.
It's 14 plus 12. That total though, that does kill him.
Okay. And then Lena's fucking dying, so I'll run over here.
It's tainted.
Being a good teammate. It was just a Kastari. She sort of coughs a couple times, looks around, decides it's probably a good idea to step back a bit, seeing as how she's pretty injured. Yeah, and she's just gonna cast Healing Word on you, Leo.
What?
She's gonna cast Healing Word on you. You seem like the most hurt person here. Actually, Clara's just as hurt and doesn't have a person in front of him. Clara, she'll cast Healing Word on you. Boop. Just level 1.
Hey.
Yeah, but she has 25 AC.
Yeah, I'm also in melee. Bitch. I'll fucking shotgun you next. I'll do it too.
Hello.
And she's just gonna she'll just hang out.
Be careful with guns, Peyton.
Yeah.
Peter.
Don't worry, I have a special gun. This one doesn't require me to do anything but roll damage. It's the gun I've always needed.
Alright. We're gonna toss one at the guy in front of me.
Okay. It hits. That kills him.
Alright. And one at this guy.
Alright. That hits.
That only does 8 damage.
Yeah.
And that's
Airdrie.
Alright. Dr. Flight's still moving, yeah?
He never has been moving, but he is alive.
He's still kicking.
He's still.
Fuck. Next.
Kyron, you're killing it this fight.
Have you landed a hit yet, Kyron?
Yeah.
No, you landed one. You landed one.
Yeah, same.
Is that your turn?
It even made him frightened. It was cool. Alright, yeah, that's it.
I'm over here critting with disadvantage, and Kyron can't hit an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I'll move right here. You maybe it's that
Make
square.
Con save.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Oh, no,
Rufus is poisoned. Rufus is stinky.
Oh, wait, I got stinky as well. I didn't put the icon on.
That does hit.
Kill him.
And it does kill him. Chase's fire breath thing left him at 1 HP.
Nice.
My man made a dex save to try to clutch it out and make it to his turn.
Rufus is stinky now.
Incidentally, though, as he dies, all of the remaining flies kind of burst forth from him at once, and they just all swarm towards you, Clara.
Fucking crap. Leave me alone.
I couldn't block that.
Take the 12. Take the 12.
Well, not yet. Let's.
I need you to make me a con save.
I'm pretty sure the DC is going to be higher than 14, so 12 won't actually help me in this case.
12 is above 10.
Yeah, but let's see what I get. AK, fuck you, Lumpy.
Okay. Oh my god.
Yeah, the flies sort of, they try to like almost burrow into you, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But you're able to sort of resist them, because like there was no way to dodge them. It was just sort of tank them off, and you're able to, and before long they kind of, strangely enough, dissipate rather than just like fly off. Like some just like die, some just sort of almost fade away into nothingness.
Like, this is bullshit and leave.
Almost like wisps of smoke.
Mm.
And that misses.
He tried his best.
Alright, that's your turn, Ham?
Yep.
Dr. Fly is dead. Clara, your turn. He's not stinky anymore, so you don't need to roll any of that shit.
Well, aren't I already poisoned?
Hmm?
I'm already poisoned, so that doesn't matter, right? Or does
From
it
his
go
last
away?
one? It goes away, though. It only lasts till like starting your next turn.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already used it so far. I'm going to use another magic missile.
Alright.
Gun. That is not what I'm supposed to roll at all. What?
3,
This one
3
I'm supposed to
plus
roll.
3.
There you go.
So just 3 more damage, alright. He is still up.
Alright.
Is that your turn?
I'll also move there.
Alright.
Actually, is flanking a thing?
No.
Alright, I'll move here anyway.
Eh,
That's my turn.
he could have been flanking with Rufus either way. Oh, that means it's the Viney boys' time. Hey, he's got 4 guys next to him. That is you, Vec.
Yes, sir.
He misses.
He's
That's it. Yeah,
pausing.
he doesn't have multi-attack.
Okay.
This is Belcher. Belcher has a +4 to hit. That hits. Belcher does a d6 +2. This could potentially kill it. And it does. Exact lethal.
Nice.
Big man.
Which means we can drop combat.
Very good.
And looking around, this whole like evil death forest looking shit, it just looks like a regular ass forest aside from like the bodies. They're the only unnatural things there now.
Mm.
Like even how they were like the vines were a little aggressive. Now they're kind of like less constricting on the trees almost, and everything just seems to be more natural.
Owie.
That looked disgusting. I could smell it from here.
Everybody all right?
I will live, yes.
Oof. That was rough.
Listen,
Just
me
sorta-
girl, get
she's-
yourself to our camp. Spend some time. We'll relax.
Whoa, I
Let
can't go there
rest.
yet. I mean, we just cleared this place out. I gotta see what was going on here.
Who are you showing that to, by the way, Clara?
Whoever's closest.
That'd
So I
be
guess
Beck.
Beck in this case.
I'll just shrug. I don't know. You were close.
Frown. That's it.
Kind of walk over to where you were blasted by the ball of death. Just look at it like,
Wow, this thing left quite the mark. How are you still standing? Oh. Oh, well, it looked really nasty.
I'm assuming you've never seen anything like this before in the forest.
No, this is brand new.
Hmm.
Honestly, it probably means it's time for me to move so I can try to figure out what the hell it was. I don't really know when I do research on this kind of stuff, though. Like, yes, it's magical, but I really hate the Len.
she will kind of walk up to Dr. Fly.
I've never heard of something like this. I've heard of the trees, I've heard of vines getting up.
Can I see if I've heard of anything like it?
Yeah, sure. Roll Arcana. I'll say anyone who's proficient in Arcana can roll this. If you're not proficient in Arcana, you're fucked.
It's some motherfucker.
Clara and Deirdre, you've never heard of anything like this. Marina, you have. You haven't heard much about it because it's not exactly a common thing. It's pretty obscure, but it's generally the type of creature that is like created from scratch. Whereas a tree being woken up or a vine monster being woken up is more just animating the plants themselves. This monster is something that was pretty much entirely magical.
Like
in nature.
constructed by someone? Is that what you're getting at?
Yes, almost like completely constructed, specifically designed for like the purpose of whatever the hell it was doing.
I've read a little bit something like this, like the trees and the vines. Those are like animated, but this was like built.
Built.
Yeah, this is like not natural. This is like produced to like do something specific. I don't really know what, but this had like a purpose in mind. This was like a very intentional thing.
As you're saying that, she just kind of pulls out her little sickle and just starts cutting into it.
Oh, ugh.
Actually, you know what? This is interesting. I'm gonna pull out like a vial with a cork and see if I can get like a little snippet in there.
What are you trying to get what are you trying to get in like from it?
It's like a cutting, maybe some like dead flies or like a cutting of some vines or some splinters.
Yeah, you could get dead flies, vines, or splinters. You can get anything you want, really.
It's like some stuff I might look at later.
Mhm. As you're kind of doing that.
Wait, what stuff?
Oh, I assumed that that shit that just blasted into me would leave something behind.
So weirdly enough, when you're looking at yourself, you see something there. Like your clothes look darker, but Kastari doesn't seem to notice anything off about you, and none of you guys do. Just looks like Lara. They smell bad, but that's about it. By the way, babe, it's Kastari, not Kastari.
Not Kastari.
Yeah.
Want residue from the blast.
She'll kind of walk up and rub her hand on like your clothing and like look at her hand. When she does that, it looks like as she rubs her hand across it, it kind of fades for a bit, then comes back. And when she takes her hand away, there's nothing on it.
No. Are you sure you're all right?
Worried look. Very worried look.
That's the deal.
Hello.
Well, I don't have any magic left to help you, but if you would stick around with me for...
Hier ist Lynn
I guess I could
Salvador,
travel
Leiter
with
der
you for a
Abteilung für
day.
Sicherheit. Ich gebe eine
I
formelle
could try to
Sicherheitsanweisung
cast some
aufgrund des
restoration
Vorfalls im
on
April
you
für
tomorrow
eine
for
Nummer
helping. I don't
21
really have much in terms of
593.
rewards, I'm sorry.
Unsachgemäßer Gebrauch des gewandelten Objekts Jukebox führte
The
zu zwei
residue, no.
Todesfällen.
You
Die
can
Glaubens-
smell
ein
like
Agent war, die Jukebox
Clara
nutzte,
smells
um
like
zum
death,
Steinbruch
but
zu reißen und dort unangemessenes
there's
Verhalten an den Tag zu
no
legen.
residue.
Ein
Wow.
Expeditionsteam fand sie eine Woche später verwest bei der Basis der Formation. Wenigstens haben wir herausgefunden, dass die
I'm gonna start
Jukebox keine
ritual
Leichen
casting Detect
zurückbringt, wenn
Magic.
das Lied endet.
Sounds good.
Ich lasse die Jukebox an
She
einem
just shrugs
sicheren
and goes,
Ort in
well,
der Geschäftsleitung
I mean, I can
platzieren.
try to...
Sie hätte
I'll
für
try to...
Personal ohne Sicherheitsfreigabe
I'll try
überhaupt
to
nicht
get rid
zugänglich
of
sein
it
dürfen.
tomorrow, but I
Die
can't right
Sicherheit des
now.
neuen Standorts
Hey,
und die
Clara.
Nähe zu einem vielbesuchten Gebiet verhindern Missbrauch und ermöglichen es gleichzeitig den Expeditionsteams bei Bedarf darauf zuzugreifen. Besuchen Sie mich für weitere Details.
Okay.
They drew a question mark.
Oh. Where did you learn that spell? I don't. No. The one you're doing now. Can I like learn it from you? Do you have like a book that you write your spells in? Can I like copy it down? I'll let you learn one of mine.
Do you have like a book where you write it down? Like a spell book? Yeah, like a spell book.
Yeah.
Like a wizard spell book? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah. I'll hand the book over. I don't need it right now.
Oh, well, we don't really have time right now for me to like copy the whole thing. But maybe I was thinking like maybe later when we're like on a watch or something, or maybe like when we're traveling, I can like borrow this book for a bit, and do some copying. Is that okay?
It's a plagiarism.
This is an essay competition. Jesus.
Can't believe you're stealing all my research notes. You'll pay for this with your life.
Oh my god, thank you.
guys are talking, Kastari walks back over to Dr. Fly and just suddenly plunges her arm into the cut that she made. That's feeling around in there.
That's fucking close. I'm curious what this cost.
Something in particular? Core of some sort, maybe?
I don't know, I'm just seeing what's in there. I'm trying to feel around for anything out of the ordinary.
I see her. I mean, you can't really see her arm there. And suddenly she goes, wait, hold on. Ah! She literally just pulls her arm out and like stumbles back.
Alright, I don't know what I just felt in there, but that was not okay.
Yes, it would be much easier to simply cut it open further.
I didn't really want to dump its like guts all over the forest floor. I didn't think that'd be good for the waters.
What are you planning on doing with the body?
I don't know. I was thinking about just dropping a moonbeam on it at some point and just letting it burn it all away.
I can burn it.
I can burn it too. I can like let a fire under it.
That could work. But whatever's in there
She goes back at it with a sickle, cutting it open more.
is extremely obviously magical to the point where I touched it and could feel the magic.
I don't know that much about magic.
Puck will, dass wir Darlings gesamte
I don't know much about
Dateneinträge vom
arcane
letzten
magic,
Monat
but
zusammenstellen.
Wir sollen Darlings persönliche Protokolle hacken? Er würde
whatever
uns
that
dafür
thing
kreuzigen.
is. Ugh, I don't like it.
She
Sie
keeps
muss
cutting
glauben,
open.
Für wen
dass
hält sie
etwas
sich so etwas
verbirgt.
an?
And after a while, there's just this. You guys kind of see a little glimmer. It should be noted that the inside of Dr. Fly is. Like, there are guts, but there's just almost like a lot of just like space. It's just like air. It's very unsettling because, like,
Well, that's where the flies were hanging out.
Yeah,
that's what you could assume.
Und ich stimme
that is
zu.
what Marina assumes.
But you do see sort of a glint from the sunlight shining in off of this just
Allein die HRV sind der Beweis,
perfectly
dass Darling mehr
smooth,
wusste, als
just
zugab.
polished black stone. He goes, oh, yeah, that's what it was. I don't know what it is, but it's magical, and I don't want it.
Wir sind gar nicht ausgerüstet, um was so komplexes wie das Zischen zu analysieren. Hope spinnt.
Well, I believe we are heading to Bellin. I'm sure somebody there would know what it is and what would be best to do with it.
Ugh, you're going to Bellin?
Indeed.
Ugh. I don't like Bellin. Nothing against the people there, I just hate necromancy.
Ah, yes, that is rather controversial in most of the world.
Yeah. But
If
they
you
do
don't
know
mind,
a lot about
I
magic.
will hold on to that and make sure it gets somewhere safe.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm perfectly happy handing it over. I do not want that in this forest, or really any.
She sort of looks to the tree.
Well, I'll check.
She just kind of looks into the stump.
Does anyone have any sort of light?
I will cast the light cantrip.
Thank you.
She looks in there and goes,
No, this one doesn't have one.
Okay, Peter.
Karn, you're holding the smooth stone?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of drop it into a bag of some sort.
When you're holding it, before you drop it into your bag, you can see the residue that Clara was talking about. But as soon as you drop it into the bag, it sort of goes back to see Clara.
Interesting. It seems that holding it this could be some sort of extra vision. I can see what you're talking about, Clara.
update him. Yeah, a little bit of rough timing. Is that his ritual cast was right about to end. Tragic.
He's still casting it.
I'm assuming you still say that out loud, though. Because, you know, obviously Peyton's not AFK in-game.
Clara's just blank-faced, vacant.
Maybe it's she's really getting into that ritual.
Power down.
See the evil shit or whatever?
Yes, the residue she was talking about. It's some kind of, I don't know, ooze. It's honestly, it looks more like just a tint than anything.
Starry looks a little concerned, and she just kind of.
Is it on her clothes?
It's just like on her entirely.
Yeah, it's sort of
pretty much head to toe.
That doesn't bode well.
Starry will cast Detect Poison and Disease. Peyton's back. Welcome back, Peyton. So I don't know if you were here when they found the smooth black stone. That was like super magical.
I wasn't.
Okay, but Kyron is holding it and has discovered that while holding it, he can see the residue on you.
Good.
Now Gastari is casting Detect Poison and Disease. And looking at you.
I got the rock last campaign.
She goes,
Well, good news. Well, it's bad and good news, I guess. The good news is it is something that's probably curable. I mean, it's poison. The bad news is that you're poisoned.
Does my tech magic actually go off?
Yep, it does. Your Detect Magic goes off.
That would be exactly what I expect.
What do you expect?
This shit is magical.
It is.
Wow.
It's also necromancy if you're
Yeah, that's also what I expected.
I'm sure you're shocked.
Who could have seen this coming? Alright.
Well, I can try to get rid of it tomorrow. I can't. I know how to cast Lesser Restoration, but I don't have it ready to go right now.
Yes. Well, and much like the stone, if tomorrow does not yield any answers, Balin is probably our best bet.
Oh my, I just got really blurred for some reason. That's weird.
Oh, actually thinking about it, I bet this is why those flies went after you.
Yes, here you go.
I die.
When you're holding the stone, Peyton, the sort of residue becomes like you literally like can't see out because all you can see is like the residue. It becomes like way more intense, and it gives you a headache too.
I drop the stone.
Goes back to normal.
Pick it back up.
If you don't mind, I might be able to remove it now. Not for certain, but I can try. I am just not certain if it will work.
Pulls out a knife.
Do you mind if I hold the stone so I may see better?
Ah, yes, of course. Here you go.
Yep. I'll take the stone and look at Clara.
Just had to fail that fucking save.
Well, here, Jake, you can tell me if this would work or not. He's gonna give it a try anyway and use one of them. But...
Let's see what you got.
Yep.
Oh god, I'd rather fail in that case. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean that works, Mitchell.
Okay. So, yeah.
Sort of
Holding the stone in one hand, just kind of looks at you, discusses it quietly, and Bugfolk with the snake before just reaching out and touching you somewhere important. Sure. Could be the head or the heart, and then
You have to poke me in the eye.
it fades.
Straight up your nose. This is important. And yeah, you both Kalendar and Farsi sort of as the residue almost just sort of fall off onto the ground and wisps away.
As with all illnesses, they fall before the might of the physician. Kalendar is going to nod at the snake and thanks. I guess he'll offer the stone back.
Sure.
I do not have the right mind to look at it carefully. I may, if you are interested in learning more.
Yes, here you go. I'll hand it back to Clara.
You're taking a look at it, trying to figure out what exactly it is.
Yeah.
I mean, your detect magic is still active. This thing is oozing necromancy, but yeah, roll Arcana. So you can kind of get a feel for what kind of a thing it is. You're not sure. Based on the fact that Kisari found it in the Dr. Fly, you're not sure. It could be something that just boosted its ability. It could have been like Marinara had mentioned that Dr. Fly was a construct. It could have just been like almost ignored.
Can I attempt to compare it to the zombie crystal that I have?
You certainly can.
Yeah.
Roll me another Arcana. Yeah, looking at the two. Looking at the two, it's pretty apparent based on the. Especially since you have Detect Magic active, it's pretty apparent based on just looking at the two of them that they are definitely not serving like really similar purposes.
Okay.
The zombie one was very clearly trying to enhance abilities, whereas this new one was doing something entirely. You're not sure still what it was. Your best guess is probably that it was like the core to the Dr. Fly, like what gave it like false life almost, but you're not sure if that's all it was doing, but that's kind of what your best guess says. And what's important to note about this one is when you're holding it, with the zombie crystal, you could tell it was magical by looking at it and like figuring it out and fiddling with it a little bit. This one, just holding it, you can actually just like feel like the magic. It doesn't try to. It's not trying to like spread around or anything. It's just you can just feel it in the stone.
Alright. I mean, I'll hand it back and put the zombie crystal back away.
Yep.
That's one of the things I was going to test if Kaldar's thing didn't work. I was going to see if giving up the zombie crystal would do anything. I didn't even need to.
You guys level 3. I'm not throwing super mega death poisons at you just for kicks.
I mean, it could be like a story thing, to be fair.
Yeah, it could have been, but
I wasn't assuming you were gonna go, alright, well this thing's uncurable, have a new character within 2 sessions.
oh boy, let's see what this. Sorry, you'll kind of look at all of you and go, well, honestly, the forest looks pretty good. I don't... Look, how can I repay you guys? I mean, you saved my life and helped me save the forest. I don't really have money. Peter, that seems a little extreme. You guys are going to Dylan, I hate that place.
Why do you hate that place?
I hate necromancy, and they're very open about using it there.
If no one has anything in particular, I would be more than fine with just a meal.
Rufus would also like food.
I could get you guys a meal.
I require no payment.
You guys are all so nice. Most adventurers I see are just like all in it for the money.
They ate a guy.
What?
You're not supposed to tell random people we ate people. What's wrong with you?
Don't worry, that's not what they meant by meal. You are safe.
No. Apparently, you guys are just in it for food.
I did not eat any.
Yeah, me neither.
That's still an option. We still have jerky, and I'll add Rufus's pouch with food in it. I have too many rations.
Was denkst du über all das?
Sieht übel aus, aber das kriegen wir hin.
I mean, still, a nice meal would be better before you guys get on your way, right? I don't live too far from here. It's like... Just kind of looks... maybe a little over than half an hour.
Can you come with us to our camp so we can break camp and get all our stuff and stuff?
Yeah, of course I could.
Awesome. Well, I mean,
I didn't really feel bad at all. I'm giving you guys this food.
Listen, you're also giving us your wonderful company, so it's okay.
Yeah, but it's for like maybe a quarter of a day.
Maybe you can tell us more about Bellet. Information is useful.
Indeed.
Yeah, sure. I don't know too much about it. I mean, I probably know just as much as you guys. I haven't exactly gone there too often. I went there twice, went to a couple different towns, and I figured maybe the first one was, no, it's just a fluke. They're just happening to be like necromancy focused, but no. There are people just like walking around, skeletons following them. It's unnatural. I don't like it.
Personally, I've been there 0, so...
Well, I would do a little bit of research on magic so you can at least know a baseline. They really value it there. So if you don't know what you're talking about and you are openly non-magical, they're really not going to take you very seriously.
Nein.
Are
Wer ist
dragons
das?
not magical?
Sie war
Yeah, dragons, I
eine
mean,
Kollegin. Sie hat eine
they're
Art
pretty magical. Most of
extradimensionalen
them can,
Fungus
at least the
studiert,
older
der
ones
unter
can
der
like
Forschung
shapeshift.
wuchs.
Rufus is pretty
Das klingt
magical.
nicht gut. Nein, tut es nicht. Ich habe nichts mehr von Rhea
See?
gehört, seit das Zischen kam. Kannst du nach ihr sehen,
Yeah,
wenn
he's
du
really
das
good at
nächste Mal
stealing
in
other
Forschung
people's
bist?
rations.
Natürlich.
It's not really magic, and
Danke,
also you'd
Jessie.
probably get
Und was
arrested
hast du
for
auf dem
robbing
Herzen?
people. Don't do that.
Cute. And that Rufus is adorable.
Ich war
Yeah,
im
what I would be
Steinbruch.
focusing on is making
Was
sure
war mit
you,
dem ganzen Schwarzstein geschehen? Die Behörde hat den Schwarzstein
just don't
fast
step on anyone's
ausschließlich zu
toes, really.
Isolationszwecken
They're
verwendet.
perfectly
Aber
happy
wir
to,
müssen
like,
weiterdenken. Helme
research and
statt
share stuff, and she'll kind of
Messer
gesture the
statt
stone. They'll be really
Detonationsschäden.
interested in that.
Messer? Ja,
If you're in it
Messer.
for
So
money, they'll probably
vielseitig im
take it off your
Konflikt.
hands for quite the
Schlitzen,
sum.
stechen, bohren. Ach, tut mir leid. Ich habe Darling jahrelang mit Kampfausrüstung in den
Indeed,
Ohren
I have
gelebt. Es ist
just
wohl
the
mit mir
person in mind to
durchgegangen.
talk about this.
Oh, that's
Wow,
good.
das
Having
hätte ich
someone
nicht
know
von
you
ihr
can talk to
erwartet.
is generally a good idea.
Sieht gut aus hier. Arish macht ja richtige Fortschritte.
Food.
Ja, das wird hier langsam zur Festung. Seit er sich um die Organisation kümmert, habe ich mehr Zeit, das Zischen zu analysieren. Ich wollte die Resonanz des Zischens
You
in
guys walk for a
Blutproben
bit, get to
isolieren
camp,
und neutralisieren, aber
break your
bisher
camp up. She
erfolglos.
leads you
Also
through the
kannst du es nicht
woods.
umkehren.
Going to the
Noch
camp
nicht,
was a little bit of
aber
detour. All in
vielleicht ist
all,
eine
the just
Umkehrung
walking
zu
takes about
simpel.
45
Wenn die
minutes, and you
Resonanz
arrive
des
at
Zischens menschliche Gene umschreiben kann,
a little
dann muss man vielleicht die
shack.
Resonanz des
It's nothing
Zischens
impressive. It
umschreiben. Das könnte
looks like it
den
was
Weg für die
handmade. It's
maßgeschneiderte Anpassung
very
menschlicher Gene
small, but
bereiten.
she
Ich frage mich, ob das Konzept
gestures
des
to
verrückten Wissenschaftlers hier verbreitet
just
ist.
like a little clearing. There's like a really big stump in the middle of it. She's like,
I use that as a table.
Wie
I know
geht es
it's
mit der
not much, and
HV-Produktion
it'll probably be a
voran?
little cramped, but
Besser
that's
als
what I got.
erwartet.
Give me a sec.
Wir haben schon genug hergestellt, um Leute aus ein paar Schutzräumen zu
she sort
holen.
of goes in.
Sie
You
sind
hear
hier und am Leben. Dank
some
dir.
stuff being
Wärst du nicht gekommen,
rummaged
hätten wir nie
around.
so lange durchgehalten. Du hast natürlich auch deinen
I'll take a seat at the table.
Wir haben
You hear
das
it sounds
zusammen
like
auf
she's
die
like
Beine
cooking
gestellt,
something.
Emily.
Brings out a human head. Well, I heard you guys
Ich muss los.
like eating people,
Viel Spaß
so
mit deinen Daten.
this is all I had in the back.
Das werd ich.
And she
Rufus the table, and I'll stand behind Rufus.
after a little bit, like probably
Jedes
10,
Mal, wenn ich
15
einen
minutes or
Sinn
so,
erkenne.
she starts bringing dishes out. Looks like she's got a bunch of like deer meat, which she kind of has on its own little platter. Looks like she made a
Ändert sich das Muster.
very nice looking salad, at least. That looks like it was made entirely out of just like fresh local things in the forest.
Just leaves.
It looks pretty good. It's like, I know, it's not really much. Oh wait, let me go grab the fruit. And she goes back in, just brings out a little bowl. It's got a bunch of fruits in it. It's got apples. It's got some kiwis. Some strawberries.
Kiwis are sick.
She goes, I know it's not really much, but this is the kind of food that grows around here.
She sits down. I mean, everyone's got like a little wooden plate. And she kind of just takes a bit for herself, sits down, starts eating.
Yep.
Consume.
It's pretty good. It's like, it's not like the best food you've had. Like if you go to like a establishment, obviously like they're like gourmet foods are gonna be better, but for on the road, just like travel eating, it's very good. A very welcome.
Hey, I should be thanking you. You're the guys who helped me for really like nothing in return.
Well, I just heard a scream. It was right over there, so.
Indeed, the world is at least a little bit safer now, and that is good in and of itself. If you were overflowing with resources, perhaps we'd ask for more, but as things stand, I think this is good.
Indeed. My thoughts exactly.
I wish all adventurers could be like you guys.
Have you met?
I've met a few. There was a group once that robbed my house, actually. Yeah. That was a few years ago, though. That's actually why I moved here.
What did they take?
Pretty much. I saw them there, I'm like, hey, that's my stuff. They're like, it's ours. I'm like, well, it's not yours. You give it back. They're like, what are you gonna do about it? And so I tried to fight them, and they kicked my ass. I woke up and it was nighttime and I heard all over. But anyway, that's not a pleasant story. Yeah, no, I mean, at least I lived. If it does, I just live here. If it doesn't, I mean, I could give it a name, I guess, but just keep and try to help protect it.
I understand. It's not exactly massive.
No, it's small, but I like it. And I mean, before long, you guys kind of finish up. Rufus seems to enjoy it, by the way. Yeah.
Nice.
He seems very pleased. What surprises you is he even eats a little bit of the salad.
What's he eating that for? We only asked for meat. The goon.
Someone says something with Sylvan. And Rufus makes a little happy noise.
Well, you gotta teach me that language.
Not exactly good language teacher, sorry.
I gotta learn that language for Rufus.
It's so that helps.
Okay.
By the time you guys finish eating and all the shit goes down, it's probably closer to like midday. Because I mean, you started this like very early on in the morning. She sort of brings all of the dishes back into her house.
Well, what do you guys think? Should we stay here for the evening or get on the road?
I'm happy to start going.
Night, the world is mine.
Have a calm little bit. I got some energy.
Indeed. Yes, I think that might be best, rather than continuing to impose.
Really, after she brings dishes back and she comes back out.
Well, thank you very much for your hospitality. I think we are going to get on our way.
It's nothing. You guys have some safe travels.
Thank you.
If you ever need help, just feel free to stop on by. I'll help you any way I can.
Okay.
And guys, hit the road again. Boop. That's the right one. I actually have 2 world maps. One just doesn't have all of the icons on it. So you guys aren't too far out of Turth. You're like, what, 3 or so days of travel? At least you're like somewhere around here, probably. Who fucking cares? You're the distance from there. We're not being specific here. You would know that the first, I think I told you this last session, but you know the first, like, towns of Bellin are after this first mountain range. Kind of, there's a few along here. But then the bigger cities are when you get further in, with
Seien
Bellin
Sie
itself
vorsichtig,
being the
Ma'am.
biggest.
Der Bereich ist unter Quarantäne.
Ich würde da nicht reingehen, ohne zuerst mit Underhill zu
And I
sprechen.
mean,
Selbst
the rest of the
dann
day
würde ich da
goes
nicht
by
reingehen.
pretty uneventfully. And before long, it starts to become night again. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen in these watches. If you guys want to just lay out the watches, you can, but we can also just go to morning.
Well, I want to know what's Clara's spell.
Yeah, you guys can do
You want the full spell list, or what do you want?
Well, I was asking to detect magic, and then I realized that it is in fact on my spell list. It's just not prepared, so
No. Alright, back to reading.
I was reading like.
So actually, it is on my
Oh
spell.
my god, you're not gonna believe this, Clara.
Wait a minute! Oh my god. We have so much in common. Look! I totally
grab spellbook, put it in bag, and then pull out a different book and start reading.
No, I think I wouldn't notice, and I think I would take the time and material to copy it in. And then I think later, when flipping through it, I'll be like, oh my god, I put Detect Magic in here twice. I'm such a
Wegen dem
klutz.
Zischen, von dem die Ranger reden? Haben Sie das noch immer nicht im Griff? Die Situation hier unten ist für die Behörde eine ernste Bedrohung.
Alright, so it's the first level
Sie meinen diesen
spell.
Fungus?
Is it,
Korrekt.
what is it? What's the multiplier for the materials needed
Ich brauche
for
Proben
spell?
verschiedener Fungusarten.
Wait, you're
Und mit dem
you're
Fungus
warlock.
hier ist es viel zu gefährlich, als dass ich Sie selbst
Oh,
versorgen
I'll do it.
könnte.
Yes, I'm the only single classed warlock.
Fungusproben. Ich dachte, es sei eine
50
echte
gold for
Bedrohung.
the materials.
Yeah,
Das
2 hours
ist es
and
auch.
50 gold pieces.
Der Fungus breitet sich aus. Wir müssen die Quelle finden, bevor er sich zu sehr
And then in 2
ausbreitet.
hours I bring it back.
Und mit diesen Proben geht das?
Nein. Aber mit der richtigen Kombination aus 5 bestimmten Fungustypen können Sie tiefer in die
The
Grube
night
eindringen.
goes by without
Dorthin,
any
wo ich die ungefähre
events.
Lage der Fungusquelle ausgemacht habe.
And it's the next day.
Okay. Und wie sehen diese
Yeah,
Proben
say, I'd
aus?
like to commit and be like, no, I'd probably
Die
do
auf
that.
dem Tisch
I'd
dort.
copy it down
Ich
anyway.
habe eine
I'd
Liste der
forget.
Proben, die ich brauche. Hier.
Oh god.
Respect
Sie
them.
finden sie im ganzen Grenzbereich.
Ich sehe mich mal um.
Hey,
Ich bin übrigens Jessie.
Dusty Trail.
Schön für Sie.
Arbeiten Sie schon lange für das FBC?
Nicht lange genug, um seine dämliche
Forest is still
Methodologie
pretty
zu begreifen. Ich soll das Fungusproblem
Evil.
lösen.
Yeah.
Aber wie
Pretty,
soll man etwas
like, light.
lösen,
It's
wenn die
still just, like,
grundlegende molekulare Struktur dieses
only a
Pilzes
few
ein
trees
Rätsel
around.
ist?
It's
Oh,
not
tut mir leid.
dense at all.
Fragen Sie mich?
Eine rhetorische.
It's raining today. It's a little
Die Behörde will kontrollieren, nicht begreifen.
We'll
Aber
see a
um Ihnen
call
zu
later, in which
antworten,
case it'd be
als erfahrene
nice.
Grenzbereichforscherin wurde ich temporär hier eingesetzt, um diese
Isn't Paul Lightning
Angelegenheit zu
third level
klären.
as well?
Mehr hätte
Yeah,
sie nicht sagen.
that's why it's unpleasant.
Damn.
It's just raining. No, it's not.
Was haben Sie über den Fungus gelernt?
I mean, it's not like
Erstens ist der
Storm
Begriff
where you are. You can hear
Fungus
thundering
eine
like off in the
übermäßige
distance, but
Vereinfachung, ausschließlich zur besseren Kommunikation. Tatsächlich scheint der Fungus ein Produkt
Just rain where you
komplexer
are.
Mikroorganismen.
a little dreary day.
Sie spinnen den Fungus, bauen Strukturen wie winzige
Walking along.
Städte und
God,
kolonisieren
Rufus is
flink
gonna
unsere
smell
Dimension.
because
Und
it's
was
fruit.
ist das Tempo
Couldn't
dieser
make mine out.
Ingenieure
Yeah.
im Vergleich zu
Yep.
ihrer Größe?
Yeah.
Einfach
Yeah, if you're keeping an eye out, you can just
atemberaubend.
roll perception if
Also
you'd like.
wächst er schnell.
Cool.
Warum fragen Sie überhaupt, wenn Sie nicht zuhören?
Man, I think that is my second good perception roll of the game.
Und der Fungus kommt. Woher
Yeah.
genau?
Great
Wir
job.
haben keinen
Granted,
Namen
that's
für diese
been 2 good
Grenzbereiche.
perception rolls out of like
Wir kennen den Ursprung, aber
10
aufgrund
total.
der Kräfte des Fungus können
So
wir
you
da
know.
nicht rein.
Guys' perceptions
Und
have
selbst
been
wenn,
astonishingly
glaube
bad.
ich,
It's
dass die
been awesome.
Realität dort vollständig vom
You guys
Fungus
just don't see
überwuchert ist.
anything.
Komplette Zersetzung.
Don't worry, when I inevitably die, I'm gonna come back as a cleric with observant. And I'll never roll perception, I'll just have really high for
Was
free.
wissen Sie über das Zischen?
Wie soll ich irgendwas über eine
Yeah, so,
Daseinsform wissen, von der ich eben erst erfahren
Clara
habe?
and
Genau
Beck.
das ist das Problem der Behörde.
You
Meine
guys will
Arbeit wird
notice,
immer
I
wieder
mean,
von diesen
You would know that by the
überflüssigen
end of the day you're going to be
Angelegenheiten
reaching the
Beruhigen Sie
like
sich.
bottom of
Solange
the
Ihr Haar
mountains
Fauern ist, haben Sie nichts zu
that mark sort of
befürchten.
like Belen's
simple
territory.
Ding? Ich dachte, das wäre
But
deine
as you're
Version
kind of
eines
walking
späteren
along
Aprilscherzes.
in the
Nicht
rain,
ganz. Bleiben Sie
you
in
do
Deckung, während ich mich um das Zischen kümmere.
occasionally see just like strange glimmers
Ich muss weiter.
Verbreiten Sie bitte
off the
keine
road,
Spuren
off the
außerhalb der
way,
Infizierten. Zurück an die Arbeit.
and they always fade. Like you look at them and like they're there for a bit and they just kind of fade away. It's just weird. It's like almost just like lights in the rain.
Hier unten
Really not
riecht
sure
es
what
so
they are.
süß. Plötzlich habe ich richtig Hunger. Ich frage mich, wie der Fungus wohl schmeckt.
Hand that to Beck.
Actually, which one of you guys are from Bellin, actually?
Bellin is the magic place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be from Bellin. I wouldn't be from Bellin proper, I'd be from the surrounding area, but I would be from Bellin.
So you would know, like this is new to you, but you would know it's really not that uncommon to just sort of see almost wild magic just kind of doing random crap. You know, like once you start getting close to Bellin, because of how many mages are just like, what's the word I'm looking for?
So it's like a known occurrence, it's just not something that I personally witnessed.
Yeah, it's well, the thing is, you've seen, like, both you and Airdrie would have seen when you're around like this area, you've seen like some kind of magical happenings. You haven't seen like this specific one, but it's just like it's not like that really anything you need to super worry about, but it is there.
Sind das Menschen?
Just a side effect from having so many mages gathered in such a small area.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a small area, but for how many of them there are, it is pretty, like, notable, the little amount of land.
Educated on wild magic, so it's interesting.
Yes, the mages in this area do so much work that the whole area is simply overflowing.
Sounds dangerous.
One day I'm sure they'll learn to contain it in some fashion, but for now I don't believe it causes major problems.
Yeah, just have you ever heard of any issues that have arisen from this?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good.
It's not like super common, but it's not to the point where if it happens, people are like, oh, no way. It's like, oh, yeah, well, unlucky.
And some guy got fucking caught up in wild magic and got fucking burst into flames yesterday. Fucking idiot, should have kept away from it.
Yeah, that is something that is like definitely happened. There have been people that have just died to it. There's been like destruction caused by it. It is dangerous, but not so much to the point where it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I can't live here. I'm gonna like. It's not so common that it's more common than getting struck by lightning, but it's not something that's like everyday life.
Yeah, so some things where it's like, it happens, like, you know, every month there's at least someone who fucking wanders a bit too close to wild magic and gets blasted for it.
It is fairly avoidable. You can usually like,
yeah,
because it doesn't just kind of, generally speaking, it doesn't kind of just like suddenly appear in a big explosion. You can kind of see traces of where the magic is acting up and avoid it almost. Before long it becomes nighttime. The rain is still going fairly strong. It is a little weaker here by the mountains, but kind of get to the base of the mountains.
Balloons.
I will have you guys do watches tonight. Just type number you want to taking in the chat. I'm going to assume that Leo is going to be on your watch, Lumpy. I think that is usually what they do, so.
Literally, yep.
Dark vision myself and also cast a wand.
Yep. That's good. And another one. Okay, that's it. So we'll start with first watch. If you guys can just roll me some perceiving, that'd be great.
Yep. And now is when they fail me. It was even better than my last.
Moving up in the world.
Damn.
And Rubexu said, fuck you. But Rubexu also can't see in the dark, so.
Nice dark vision, dumbass.
Thanks.
I made it myself. Actually, that's true about mine. I did make mine myself.
Do you guys have a campfire?
I would assume so.
Okay.
Back.
Welcome back.
I mean, I don't care whether we have one, but I would assume at least for like Rubexu.
I would assume you guys probably have a campfire. Rubexu's not watching, so we can actually see.
First watch. Blind.
Yep, it's first watch. And I mean, about an hour and a half into first watch, Clara and Vec, you guys both see like the silhouette of a man that seems to be approaching your camp. And Rebecca, you hear, even through the rainy night, you can hear footsteps from outside the camp. And he does seem to be walking just directly towards your guys' camp. Not a care in the world.
I'll grab my bow.
I will stand up.
Like others.
We could.
Shrug.
But what if they're not actually gonna do anything?
Geht. Dafür schuldet mir Underhill was.
Never should have come here.
The Skyrim battle music just starts.
I'll go start.
Why won't you die?
By the time we know he's hostile, it's too late for them to get up fast.
You're waking people up?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, you guys are all woken up by a small goblin man.
I like how he said yep in the Vec voice as well.
God asked Vec a question and he answered.
Don't freak
Got it,
out.
me,
There's,
your boy.
there's
Vec.
someone coming. I don't know if anything's gonna happen, but I figured I better figure this out.
Good call, Swan. Have any of you guys called out to him or anything yet?
No.
I will have like struck my sword against the ground and pointed at him, but
Yeah, I mean, when you do that, he
I can't really say much.
He does slow and just go like, hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Could I perhaps enter your camp
What do you need?
to talk?
Sure you're not hungry?
No, I ate a ration earlier. I'm perfectly okay.
We got some jerky.
What kind?
Oh no.
I just want to talk, nothing crazy. Are you sure you don't want to share a meal? Aggressively friendly, I love it.
I'll be there, Clara. I don't think you can see that.
Yeah, no, there's no way he can.
But
But
can I enter?
I don't know. Rufus, can you enter?
I don't see why not.
Yeah,
Right back.
wait.
Be right back.
Rufus is just like so uninterested.
Fuck.
Rufus doesn't want you to enter. Well, I guess other people do. Rufus doesn't care about your existence.
On hearing you, May, he starts to walk. Kind of walks in the camp. And as soon as he gets like illuminated by the fire, all of you can see it is this guy. Look at him. How happy he is.
Look
What are you
at
laughing?
Is that one of those shitty merchants you were complaining about?
No, actually, this is just one I had saved that I had never used before.
Who are you?
My name is Relar.
I'm back.
Beck, pleasure.
I'm back.
Das muss
So,
eine der Proben sein.
What brings all of you here to the base of Bellin?
Stuff.
Anything interesting?
I want to go learn Sylvan.
Ooh. Noble goal. There's definitely places to do that in Bellin. Is that all though? All of you are traveling so that one can learn Sylvan?
Nah.
Yeah, I actually don't remember why we're traveling.
Initially, you were going to Bellin to learn about more about the magic crystal, as well as see if they could find any sort of tracking magic cast on it to sort of figure out who did it.
All I can remember is why we were traveling in Mitchell's session. I was like, I know that we're not traveling to find someone. I know it isn't that, but what was it?
Well, I mean, like, I'm just like sort of traveling in general, trying to like learn magic and stuff.
Oh, well, Bellin is the best place to learn magic.
Well, yeah.
They're overflowing with the stuff. Have you seen the happenings around here?
I mean, depends what you mean. Stuff's happened.
I believe he's referencing the wild magic.
Ah, that one knows.
Sure then, yeah, okay.
Not the brightest one, are you?
I'm a wizard.
That's great. What about the rest of you?
Well, it's always nice to visit home.
Oh, you're from here.
Indeed.
Die sieht
Well,
doch gut
in that
aus.
case, welcome home.
Thank you. And are you from around here as well?
Alle 5 Proben.
Yes,
Ich sollte
I
sie zu
make
Anderhell
my
bringen.
home up in Soria, up ahead. You would know Soria is... It's a small town, closer to the edge. It's not like the smallest, but it's on the smaller side as far as towns and cities in Bellin go.
Oh, I've heard nice things. I've never been myself.
Yeah, it's good enough. But
And what do you do in Soria?
I mean, I'm just a simple
Sie
merchant,
sehen aus wie eine Frau, die Fungus
buying
für
and
mich
selling
hat.
magical things.
Ich habe alle 5
Do you have anything with you?
gefunden, aber
Perhaps it'd
sie
be
sahen
interesting
so
to take a look.
appetitlich aus.
I found
Ja,
that
so
carrying
wirkt der
magical
Fungus
items
auf manche
upon me,
Menschen.
walking
Vermutlich, weil
alone in
nicht
the
wirklich
night,
ein
is
Fungus
generally
ist.
not a good way to do
Er ist nicht
business.
mal aus unserer Dimension.
Wise.
Ich vermute, er resultiert
Well,
aus der
perhaps we
Mischung
can
zweier
stop by your shop.
inkompatibler Molekularstrukturen.
Yes, please do,
Eine
please
davon
do.
dominant.
I'm real
Fungus
broke
nenne
right
ich ihn
now.
nur, weil er in Aussehen
Oh,
und Verhalten am ehesten einem Pilz entspricht.
Just like,
Oder
could you,
vielleicht Bakterien.
say why
Sie
he's out
erinnert mich
here?
an meine
in
alte
Wilderness?
Biolehrerin.
Haben Sie noch weitere Mitglieder meiner Rangerwache getroffen?
Da waren keine Ranger, nur wandelnde
Yep.
Fungi-Leute.
Sort of looks it for a second. Well, if I'm being honest, I'm
Ja,
looking for
diese
someone.
wandelnden Fungi waren meine Ranger. Ich bezeichne diese Kreaturen als Wirte. Sie und andere unvorsichtige
she's a
Agenten haben ihrem
tiefling
Hunger
woman.
nachgegeben. Aber
This
darüber
pink
brauchen Sie
skin
sich keine
is like
Sorgen
nothing I've
machen.
ever seen
Die
before.
Pille, die ich aus
She
diesen
wouldn't give
Proben
me her name,
herstelle,
but
macht die Durchquerung der unteren
I think she
Ebenen
might be in
vollkommen
danger.
sicher. Und sie immunisiert zusätzlich gegen die giftigen Sporen der Grube.
Bright
Nun
pink,
treuen
yes.
Sie sich.
Well, it's just... I've never seen
Ich muss
a pink
weiter.
tiefling before,
Verbreiten Sie
and
bitte keine
neither have
Spuren außerhalb der
a
infizierten
lot of the
Bereiche.
people in
Meine Familie hatte
Soria,
mal
and
Schwarzschimmel. Da half Bleiche. Hat Underhill
well, I
Bleiche ausprobiert?
overheard some conversation, and I think there's a few, let's say, unscrumptious folk. Unscrupulous. Scrumptious.
Unscrumptious, you say.
And,
Tell me what they taste like, please.
Yeah, don't even
Ich
bother,
muss weiter.
Rebecca. They're unscrumptious.
Verbreiten Sie bitte keine Spuren außerhalb der
But that's
infizierten
why I should
Bereiche.
introduce the bandits from now on. They're unscrumptious, give a fuck half the party. He goes, well, I think they're
Why
planning
even
on
bother?
kidnapping her and performing some experiments on her. And I don't know if you know this about Bellin. I'm sure you do, seeing as how you said this is your home. But generally, the experiments done on other living beings don't go well for the experimentees.
I don't think that's exclusive to Bellin.
Indeed. And do you have any reason to believe she'd be out in these woods at the moment?
Well, I went to talk to her earlier tonight to warn her, and I think she thought I was hitting on her and ran away. It didn't seem like a rational response. She fled the whole town. And so I came out here to look. Yeah, he seems honest.
Alright.
But does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
You wasted a high roll. He was honest.
Well, we haven't seen any sign of her.
Well, I suppose there's nothing to be done about it then, except for continue looking.
Sounds
Maybe
that way.
easier in the daylight.
It
Or
may
perhaps
be.
we could persuade people not to experiment on her, yeah? Solve the problem at its source.
You must have not been home for a while. You must have forgotten. Convincing people to stop experimenting in Bellin once their mind is set on it is very difficult.
What's so strange about a pink tiefling, anyways? I don't understand. I've never seen one myself either, but.
Well, I mean, have you ever heard of one before? I've heard of red, I've heard of blue, I've even heard of purple, but bright pink? Never heard anything about it. Never heard of it, never seen it before then.
Well, like, I took an art class, and, like, pink's pretty close to red, so it's, like, not that weird.
Right.
You'll understand if you see her.
I know you're right.
There's skin color changes how they taste.
So it's like,
Well,
both
okay,
flavors.
actually, that's a great example. It's people like him that want to experiment.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't really experiment.
I was just curious.
Exactly, it's the curiosity.
Kind of demon, devil. What do tieflings have? What would be pink? What would that be from?
That's, I think, what they want to find out. And, of course, you know, other things, but it just wouldn't end well.
Is time of the essence?
Well, I mean, she's not in town right now, so I think she'll probably be okay for at least the night. But I'm pretty sure they're going to act soon. I wish I could have recognized the voices, I just overheard it.
Well rested. I'm fast. I have big ears.
Those have
Maybe
big
we
ears.
could find her.
Well, if you want to search, go for it, be my guest. I'm going to be out here for a couple more hours probably before I start heading back to town. You would know, by the way, that Soria is like half a day's travel away still.
So it's quite far out.
Yeah.
Why don't I just go with you? Make sure it's safe.
Would you like to? I mean, I would welcome the company. But I don't plan to come back to, at least here tonight. I'm going to go back to, start heading back to Soria.
I can find my way.
Were you following her trail for part of the way? This is quite far out of town.
Yeah.
And perhaps we can simply track the rest of the trail tomorrow.
Well, I can see decently well in the dark. And I got to the bottom of the mountain where her trail still was. It's really easy to track muddy footprints, turns out, when there weren't many people traveling along the area. And at the bottom, they just stopped entirely.
How far, Deirdre?
I believe we're about half a day away.
Yeah.
That's quite the trek.
Well, I'm concerned.
Night has just fallen. Must have started early.
Yes, Clara brings up a good point. Does she have any magical ability of her own?
I don't know. She's not from around here. I saw her for the first time yesterday.
I do have to insight the because I'm concerned.
Go for it.
I have a feeling that's the only reason why he's out this far, because that seems a little bit kooky.
Yeah, it's not the only reason he's out this far. It does seem like there is at least some concern involved, but he definitely has some sort of ulterior motive as well. He sort of looks at it and goes, well, I mean, I have my own personal reasons, but I'd rather not get to them. I assure you, they're nothing harmful.
I think if you'd like our help looking, we'd be more comfortable knowing.
Well, I mean...
I would to insight the... I assure you, they're nothing harmful. Because, like...
I mean, he seems honest about that. Hard to read. He's had pretty much the same facial expression for most of this conversation, so... Well, he sort of looks at you, Deirdre, and says, well... It's just there's so much to ask about. What it's like. How she feels. I know, that's technically an experiment in its own right, but it's just questions. It wouldn't pose any... And if she didn't want it, if she... I don't believe I was hiding. Oh, no, I would never speak of curiosity. Curiosity is itself no harm. It's just when people are too curious for their own good and cause harm through the curiosity. But of course I'm curious. I've never seen anything like it. But if you can answer the questions, I won't press, I won't do anything.
Well, in my view, it makes the most sense to resume searching in the morning, but the rest of you think?
So what was the question again? My brain shut off for a second there.
I'm saying I think it makes the most sense to just wait till the morning to look, but I was asking what people thought.
What was his name, Jake?
Revar.
Revar?
Yep.
From what was the town?
Soria. Let's see how Chase did in the spelling. He nailed it.
Big dog.
I can hear Kyron typing down too. Let's see how Kyron.
His name is a joke. I know it's not that.
Wait, I looked at Kyron's and he spelled Kastari wrong. He also said Kastari.
Oh, I spelled it wrong too the first time.
Oh my gosh.
It didn't sound like an E. It sounded like you were saying Kastari.
My bad. I also like how I have Kyron's sheet open and it's on the bio page. His age is blank, his height is blank, his weight is blank, his eyes are blank, his skin is blank, his hair is blank, but his size has a lowercase m.
That's the important part.
That bothers me. I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's close out of that one.
Disturbing.
Like Theo's just fully blank. That's way better. What's Payton's good. Let's go Vex. Yeah, Vex is good. Go Theo's. Let's see how gay it is. Oh god, I didn't capitalize that.
You sick fuck.
Close out of that. Hi. So what's your guys' game plan?
Waiting till the
Sleep.
morning sounds ideal.
Yeah, I can't see at night.
Well, no, if you must, wait till morning.
You'll continue trekking, I assume.
That is my plan.
Very well.
And in the morning, if you can't find any track of her or any sign, just come to Soria. Maybe she looped back and came back.
Could I ask, is there any reason she'd go back to Soria? I mean, it seems like she'd just leave and go somewhere else, you know?
Well, I don't know if she had any business there. I don't know, maybe she had something she wanted to do there or something, I'm not sure.
Fair enough.
But I was more thinking come to Soria so we could reconvene on this matter. He kind of stands up. Well, you fellows all have a lovely evening. I shall be on
Yeah.
my
Before
way.
you go, I am sorry for my comment. I realized that they wouldn't actually taste different unless the meat color was different.
I don't think that matters either.
I mean, the comment didn't offend me.
Yeah.
It more concerned me. I suppose you are lizard folk.
Because I thought about it, because, you know, there's different colored chickens, and I've eaten many chicken, you know, it doesn't matter what kind of color feather they have.
Have you tried eating the feathers?
No. Why
Maybe
would I
they'll
do
taste
that?
different.
Would you like some jerky before you leave?
What kind of jerky is it? I generally like jerky.
I made it on the road.
That what? I don't want human jerky. Thank you
I will
for
then pull
offering.
out the note I wrote earlier of "Don't eat it."
Thank you for the offer. I prefer not to eat my own kin.
Hi.
Most do.
You know, I just thought I'd offer, yeah, you know.
Yeah, I get it. well, good night. And he just turns around and starts walking off.
I don't trust him.
You know, maybe we can make him into turkey.
Can you guys watch if I follow him?
If you go past the light of the campfire, I'm all out.
I mean, watch the camp, not.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, I can do that.
You following him, Chase?
I'm gonna try to follow him.
Stealthily?
Of course.
Okay, roll me some stealth. Very, very good. Yeah, he seems completely unaware that you're following him. He does kind of walk back to the road. The entire time walking back to the road, he's walking very intentionally, not looking around for anything. No looking for signs or anything. But once he gets to the road, he does look like he starts at least looking for signs.
Okay.
You can hear that he's like muttering to himself, but you can't hear what he's saying.
Could I if I got closer?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to get pretty close, and you definitely risk him seeing you. Whereas right now, you're very confident that you're super well hidden.
I'll stay at my distance for now.
Okay. Looks around. He sort of hits his cane onto the road at some point, and it just like... It almost looks like it leaves a little mark there. Not like just like, oh wow, it bonked it really hard, but like some sort of magical mark.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really sure what it is. And before long, it was like kind of like lit up, and it does fade. He keeps looking around, and suddenly he just stops. And just stands completely still. Doesn't say anything.
Okay.
A minute passes. 5 minutes pass.
Turns around and shoots you in the face with a crossbow.
Still not moving. Not saying anything. Just completely still.
Not looking around or anything?
Not looking around at all. When it should be no wet, like it looks like he was looking down, maybe like at something in his hand when he stopped moving. And he still just seems to be looking at it.
I'll wait.
10 minutes pass. And at around 11 minutes, he starts moving. Like nothing happened. So, you notice the way he's moving is, odd. It's like he's moving in a way that just seems off. You notice it is definitely different than the way he was moving before he froze.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't put a finger on what exactly, aside from the fact that it's just not how he was walking before. Like, just something about it feels just, like, wrong. And you can't really put a finger on why.
Okay.
And then before long, he starts to just walk up towards the road that heads towards Soria and just starts to head up there.
And Soria is away from our camp, not doubling back on it, right?
Away from the camp.
How far am I from the camp right now?
Well, how far off of the road did you guys camp, I guess, is a good question.
As we camp, I think I personally am hitting the head, just because it's...
Spending session really soon.
I would assume we'd be like maybe 100, 200 feet.
Yeah. So you're about... Let's say you're about 150 feet, like, off the road, so Chase, you're about 200 feet. Okay, so you start following as he goes up the road.
crosses like the mountain range, he starts walking with like a springy step. Like something affected him and like clicked. He's like whistling to himself. Still the same voice, doesn't sound like he's any different. He just sounds like way happier. Occasionally he's like, hoo-hoo!
He passes through into the mountains, or like through the mountains.
Yeah, as soon as he like crosses the threshold of like those first mountains of the mountain range. Because there is a path that cuts through these mountains.
If I keep following, does anything happen to me as I pass through there?
No, you don't feel anything.
This guy is so sus. I'm gonna keep following him.
Okay. Keeps walking. He starts to hum. And as he's humming, you hear him again mumbling some stuff.
Sie sind gute Zuhörer. Du kannst ihnen alles sagen. Oder sing für
This
sie.
one, you could get
Das
closer to hear this
mögen
one
sie.
a little easier. You'd still have to re-roll your stealth. But he's saying it a little louder and seems to be paying less attention than he was before.
I'll do it.
Okay, roll me a stealth.
This has been rolled.
Ooh, pretty good.
Even better than last.
So you get closer to try to hear his mumbling, and you just start hearing. You kind of hear "Oh, be mine, 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 belong to me." Pink skin in the moonlight. Wetting my pride.
Wedding?
Yes.
Okay, the fuck. Cool. Alright.
You can hear him then like chuckle a little bit and go like, "Everyone will come, they'll buy from me. The one man who wed a pink-skinned tiefling." Oh.
You fucking maniac.
And he just kind of loops through it twice, 3 times, 4 times,
Can
10
I at all
times.
see what he maybe had in his hand? Or did he put it away or something?
You can't see it right now. If whatever it was, he probably put it away.
Das funktioniert, was?
How far am I from camp now?
I mean, at this point, you've been following him for like probably another 10-ish minutes or so.
Uh-huh.
So you're a pretty good distance. Like, it'd take you a decent trek to get back, because he hasn't exactly been... He hasn't been walking quickly, but he's not really being slow. Especially once he crossed the mountains, his pace quickened just from seemingly joy.
I'm willing to follow him for like 20 more minutes.
As you follow him more and more, it just gets crazier. He starts like dancing while he's walking. To the point where you're like, this guy might be insane.
Might be
I
insane.
didn't have
Jesus.
that idea before at all.
Yeah, I
But
think
you're
it's
getting like,
confirmed.
this is a better and better hypothesis.
You're just collecting evidence. This is just getting stacked up.
There's more just like rants about beauty and grace and something about pure love, eternal joy.
infinite wealth.
Ich wünschte, meine Plätze wären so hübsch wie deine.
What's strange is, you were sure in camp that he was not lying.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't think he was.
But I mean, after that, I mean, that's pretty much all the else stuff you get after 20 or so minutes.
Okay, I'll stop. Let him prance his way out of ear and eye shot, and then start running back to the camp.
Yeah, and you watch him as he goes, and he really, it does not seem to like be a show or anything. He just keeps going. And before long, Vec shows back up in camp.
This is bad.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Here's a weirdo.
Ah, so he's probably gonna taste real good in my stomach.
Okay, let's slow down.
Alright.
He wants to marry that tiefling lady, and like,
Ich
he's
habe
trying
einen
to
Bruder.
get rich off her or something.
Ich vermisse
He
ihn.
says that he's gonna marry her, and everyone will be amazed, and they'll all shop from his shop or something. Also, he was putting these weird runes down on the trail. He'd hit it with his stick. And he put a rune down. We can check that out in the morning. And then he just stopped moving for 10 minutes and looked at something in his hands, but I didn't want to blow my cover.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's weird. He got into the mountains and he started skipping and dancing and singing and muttering. Weird guy.
Yeah, I'll
we
be
gotta do
honest.
something.
Yeah, that is really unsettling. He's nothing like any of mine. Like, it seems like some kind of magic that's going on here. It's going way too fast, sounds like.
Well,
Like different? Like different how?
I don't know. I wasn't lying earlier about what
It's just like
magic, maybe.
like I don't know. Like let's figure it out.
So I don't think if we see him again, I don't think we should just kill him. We should try to find stuff out.
We could tie him up.
Yeah, the decent dude. There's just weird stuff going on.
Ich habe kürzlich
And then, you know, threaten to stab him or something.
zu den HRV. Wozu sind Sie gut?
I guess. Or just talk.
You know, maybe we could stab him with one of my arrows.
Tomorrow, Clara, when we get back on the trail, you wanna use that spell? See if we can
Egal, was Sie vielleicht gehört haben,
runes we put down.
HRV dienen nicht der Überwachung. Wir verfolgen nicht Ihre Bewegungen oder hören Ihre Gespräche ab, während Sie sie anhaben. Das tun wir sowieso mit oder ein HRV. Stellen Sie sich die vor
Well, it's just. I mean, it's just
als
right there. Might as
Rettungsweste.
well, right?
Nur
Ja,
statt vor
okay,
Wasser,
check it.
das, wovor HRV sie schützen, ist
I'll let her do that.
streng geheim. Eines Tages
Yeah, so
dringt
are
dieses
you
geheime
exit
Nichtwasser
the
hier
camp?
vielleicht ein.
Takes a
Und
bit
dann
of
werden Sie
looking
froh
around,
sein,
but
dass
there
Sie
are
so eine HRV-Schutzweste haben.
notable like imprints
Und haben Sie noch kein HRV?
on like the path.
Keine Angst.
Looks like he was doing it every
Just,
once in a while.
Kurzen
If you'd like, you can roll me Arcana.
Nur Spaß.
I will also cast magic.
War nur Spaß.
Yep.
Wir machen mehr.
Are you casting Detect Magic as a ritual or just doing
Yeah,
it?
I have to cast as a ritual. Unfortunately, I don't have it prepared.
Okay. Oh god, I don't know what school of magic this would be.
Just pull the Mitchell Classic. It's from Magic.
Well, the Arcana, you don't really get much as to like what the purpose of these were.
Sure.
They look almost entirely like they were just placed for kicks, almost like he just was putting them down just because he felt like it. Like they don't seem like they were doing anything. They leave like each one has its own like unique shape, and you can see them as he like was going towards the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many you're going to look at.
I'll probably check out like 4 or 5.
Okay, so after he wasn't placing them too commonly.
Mm-hmm.
So after like the first 2, you're in the mountains, and as soon as you get into the mountains, each one is like shaped like a heart, and the first 2 just seemed to be illusion, but the next 3 seemed like some kind of illusion mixed with like divination.
Illusion mixed with divination.
It's very tough to tell what exactly these are served for, but as you go further up the mountain, they get more like. First one is just like 1 heart. The second one is like 2 hearts, and by the time you get to the 3rd mountain one, it's just like you look at it, and the symbols almost shift, but it's just hearts and hearts and hearts and hearts and hearts, just like shifting around. Almost like a spiral of hearts.
I'm gonna look around the area and see if there's anything that I might be missing.
What exactly are you kind of looking for?
Like any like clues as to how the area might have been changing because of this. I don't know, anything that seems out of place, I guess.
I mean, just taking like a quick look around, you don't really notice anything here that's out of place.
Alright.
And you've also, coming from Bellin, you've never heard of people like changing when they cross the thresholds of the mountains. This is very new to you.
I'll start heading back. I will have my sword drawn this whole time as a note.
Okay.
Especially after the fucking rooms start changing to hearts. It's like, don't like that.
Alright, and before long, Farah shows back up in camp.
Well said.
Sie nennen mich Direktorin. Aber was heißt das schon? Ich habe keine Erfahrung als Führungskraft. Ich habe das noch nie gemacht.
Good, what's divination mean exactly? Is that like, what is that? people if they walk over them. Maybe if it's a tiefling or something. I don't know. Might have seen you in this. I don't know. Magic is strange. Possibly just for the appearance. Maybe they're dangerous to certain creatures.
Das Chlorophyll bringt das Grün in deinen Blättern richtig raus. Das war...
Have I heard of anything that does that?
Ich wünschte fast, es wären mehr.
Of like any runes that have illusion magic built into them so they don't look dangerous. But specifically ones that would have that without any other magic attached, because that's the part that's weird to me. Because the first two still had illusion on them, but no divination.
You haven't heard of any that have just illusion to hide that they're dangerous. Usually when that kind of stuff happens, it'd be much higher level magic if someone were to do it, but you've never heard of anyone doing it. As far as the one that does have it, you've heard of that before, like using illusion to mask the true nature of what the rune could be. But you also know that sometimes the illusions are just aesthetics. Many the mages in Bellin care a lot about aesthetics, but you generally don't hear much about people placing down runes that are literally just aesthetic.
Maybe it marks his path so he knows he's already been there, just with some flair. He knows she's not there now.
Dr. Darlings Handschrift absichtlich so schlecht?
Vielleicht testet er unser Können als Codeknacker.
Breadcrumbs. No. Well, he's clearly a bit unstable, so he probably doesn't have all of his reasons sorted. That's to be seen. We can talk about it more in the morning with everybody. Maybe it could be built into the staff. Or was it a cane? Or whatever it was.
It was more a cane than a staff. You are at this point pretty much at the end of First Watch, by the way.
I need to sleep.
Me too. I got so excited about eating people.
Let's,
I
yeah,
also
let's not rush towards eating people.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Yeah,
Good night.
love you.
We can skip through the rest of the watches if people, because there's nothing that's really going to happen during them.
I'm fine with that. Everyone else is.
True.
Yep. And that is, we will end session upon the break of dawn as morning comes.
Alright. I'm in the recording there. Alright, time to go to the fucking table.
Jake made it so obvious that guy was weird. I